We should be live now
Oh.
on the Twitch channel. Hello, world. Let me know in chat if you can hear everybody. So today we're gonna try a new game system. So I kickstarted Kids on Bikes a couple months ago, and I recently acquired the PDFs from my Kickstarter. And so I have Ian, Katy, and Dylan who are jumping in and trying this out with me. None of us have ever played. We have no idea what we're doing. So it's going to
Nope.
be excellent time. So, hi guys.
Hi.
All right.
Hello.
So, Kids on Bikes is a game. It's set in the 1980s, and our characters are varying ages. Part of the game is that it's more a kind of a group storytell. I'm going to be the GM, and just in case I didn't say hi, I'm Jeanette. Uh, but a lot of what happens, the characters get a lot of control over what goes on, and so we're going to see how that goes. So, first of all, I'm going to have everybody. We'll start with Ian because he's on my left. So, tell us a little bit about your character for our game today.
Sure. So my character's name is Jake. He's 17, and he is a practicer of Tang Sudo, which is a Korean style of martial arts focused on kicking, actually. And he is, I think this probably depends on the specific dojang, but he's an apprentice black belt, so he's trying to get his black belt. I imagine that he's failed a few times, probably because mentally he's not in the right spot. Not quite as disciplined as he should be, but that's one of his big driving factors. He's super average. He's 5'8". He's got black hair, blue grayish eyes. He's about 170 pounds of lean muscle, and he's got that poor attempt of growing a beard that most male teens go through, where it's like, no, just shave that off till you're a little older. And a lot of times he's just in athletic gear, and he likes his big aviator sunglasses.
Nice. So your mom and dad, so they're both together?
Yeah, that's how I imagine it is. I don't know if he's got siblings, but I imagine his parents are together and they live a very middle class lifestyle. Yeah.
Do mom and dad both work, or does dad work in the city and does mom do the kind of stay at home part time job thing?
I actually had it. I think it's flipped.
Oh,
Actually.
okay.
Yeah. So I think his mom has some sort of I don't know. She probably works for some business somewhere, and the dad, I don't know. Maybe he works for the town rec or something. Some local job that is not 40 hours a week, but maybe 30 hours a week during the fall, summer, and spring, and then he's got winters off, except when they need him to. Well, there's not really snow in California, so yeah.
All right.
So that's how I see his family.
So let's see. Katy, tell us a little bit about Lucy.
Okay, so I'm playing Lucy Kincaid. She is 16. She is the young provider. She is sort of middle of the back length, mousy colored brown hair that she usually wears in two braided pigtails. Doesn't really care much about her appearance.
It's not really a super specific.
Yeah, she doesn't. I mean, because she's she mostly just goes to school and then goes to work and takes care of her little brother who's 9. She lives with her dad. Her mom passed the winter before, and it's been sort of tough for them.
Okay.
So she got a job working at working as what do you call them, that not the actual nurses, that the teenagers that help,
the candy striping jobs?
Yeah, the can't CPAs, candy strippers, that kind of, yeah, she got a job doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So she goes straight to school in the morning, makes decent grades, picks a brother up from school, takes him home, makes sure he has lunch, and then goes to work.
What's your brother's name?
James.
Okay.
He's James Jr. Dad is James Sr.
Excellent, excellent. All right, and so Dylan, tell us a little bit about Bill.
Okay. Bill is 17, 5'6", 115 pounds, very skinny, very, like he wears like a jacket in California during the summer. He's one of those kids, you know. He's something of a conspiracy theorist. He enjoys discussing stuff like UFOs, reptilians, stuff like that. The possibility of fairies existing, you know, as teenagers do. I suspect he spends a lot of time going between like home, school, library. Occasionally goes by the Hernandez's place and like talks with them because they say stuff about UFOs. I suspect his parents both work most of the time, so he's alone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's usually, you know, he cooks dinner for himself. His parents come home late at night. He's probably in his room. They say hi. They go to bed. Go to work in the morning. You know, not much of a relationship with his parents.
Gotcha. All right. So, what are your parents' names?
We didn't plan this one.
Ian, I'm coming back to you.
I'm thinking about it. His dad's name, Jake's dad's name is Keith, and his mom's name is Mary.
And what's your last name?
Something super generic like Smith. Yeah, it's Smith. Do you know how I got the name Jake? This is okay. So this is maybe this is not appropriate for a stream, but I googled what is the whitest name, and ABC News put out an article that had the 20 like whitest male and female names, and Jake was number one. So
that's fair.
I love it so much.
Poor Jake.
I'm
sorry to any Jakes that ever watched this.
I'm genuinely surprised it wasn't like Chad. I always feel like Chad is the whitest white boy name in the world.
Yeah, or Brad. Yeah, I thought about going Chad or Brad, but I was like, no.
Chad.
God damn.
All right, so Dylan, what's Bill's last name?
Schultz.
Schultz.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so let's see. Now, part of the fun of this is now we have to figure out how you guys know each other. Now, this is a little small town. You guys, it's over an hour outside the city, so everybody knows of each other. But we got to talk about how you guys actually specifically know each other. So, here we go. This will be fun. All right.
I had an idea. Because I was thinking about, I feel like Lucy's dad owns the hardware store, like Kincaid Auto Parts or Kincaid Hardware.
Oh, you want? Yeah, he can own like the auto parts store.
Yeah.
In conjunction, he and his buddy, Mr. Browning.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So they can work together. So.
Okay.
And I feel like in a small town like that, it wouldn't bring in that much money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably in the red, and that's why Lucy got a job anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, and a little bit before I ask you these, so a little bit about our setting. So, our setting is the small town of Southridge, California. And being a kid in Southridge, you guys, it's pretty much a drag. It's one of those towns where there's very little, if anything, to do. In fact, there's only kind of one really cool hangout spot anywhere in town, and that's Skateland. That's the local roller rink. So when everybody hangs out, that's kind of where they go. So it's about an hour or so outside of the city. A lot of parents in town who have city jobs leave early in the morning, don't come home till late. So Southridge has a large number of turnkey kids like Bill, who, you know, they come home and they're taking care of themselves for the most part. Same with Lucy. And but there are the few, you know, the adults that do stay and work in town, like Jake's father. So, let's see. Most places for you guys, if you're not in school, there's a local library. The grocery store doubles as a coffee shop. The Skateland rink. And there's also some of the younger kids are known to go and hang out down at the train tracks, which are on the far edge of town, out past the local cemetery. And then on occasion, kind of to get the what's going on in the city and outside town news, there is a local truck stop off the highway, excuse me, just on the edge of town, and it's called the South 5 truck stop. And there's this little couple that runs it that are super duper conspiracy theorists. So,
Nice.
all right. So getting to know each other. Let's see. We're gonna start with. We'll start with Jake again. So
Okay.
Jake, how would you say? Bill's character? So you guys are both 17. You guys are all probably in the same grade at the local Southridge High School. So you guys probably have some classes and activities and stuff like that together. But how would you say your relationship to Bill would be, Jake? Would it be a positive, or do you think a more of a negative relationship?
So Jay, Bill's kind of outsider, right?
Yeah.
Do I get that? So I kind of feel like Jake is also a little bit of an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might be positive, just because I feel like sometimes the outsiders have to band together.
I
Okay.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go with positive.
All right. So let's see. What's our question for you? So we have some relationship questions. So I'm going to roll randomly to see.
I love games like this.
I know, right? Ooh. All right. So, what is it that you actually admire about Bill? Something that you'd never tell him personally, but that you know.
I think that Jake admires that Bill questions things and is always curious about the world, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Do I have this right? Am I thinking of the right character?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So I think that's, I think, so like Jake, and just as to give a little more to him, his like two flaws is that he's restless and he's got a little bit of a temper. So I think he's impressed that someone is able to, think more about something bigger than what is immediately happening.
Okay.
So because like Jake's always just kind of like tapping his fingers and fidgeting and just like wants to be moving around. So yeah.
Okay. So, Bill, Lucy, do you think you'd have a positive or more negative, like with Lucy?
Ooh.
She's got a job after school. She's kind of that, mature teen. Maybe would you say Katy a little more grounded?
Yeah.
Because-
Would it help if I told you what her flaws and strengths are?
Sure.
So her strengths, the one that the playbook comes with is rebellious, which to me is sort of counterproductive, but okay. And then I picked protective and quick healing because I feel like she'd pick up some skills working at a hospital. And her flaws are resentful because she's sort of mad she had, to be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And I also picked restless because she sort of wants to get away.
Okay.
So if that helps you any.
So
What do you
all our
think,
people
Bill?
just want to leave.
It's the 80s. They want to leave this small town.
Just
That's what
a
every
small town
80s
world.
song was about.
Yeah, getting out. Going to the big city. All right, Bill, what do you think?
So Lucy works at the hospital, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So does Bill's mom, actually.
Okay.
Dawn is her name. She's a nurse there. Works most of the time. Lucy probably knows her, depending on what floor or whatever she's working on.
Okay.
I would probably say Lucy. I don't want to speak for Lucy, but I mean, Bill's kind of the opposite of her in that he does not have a job. His parents entirely provide for him.
Yeah.
He's not grounded, like, in the slightest.
Yeah.
So,
I could see that. Yeah.
probably negative relationship.
Ooh, okay. Cool. All right. So let's see.
I won't argue that.
All right. Here we go, Bill. I'm rolling on the table. Okay.
Oh man, I've never hated any one of Dylan's characters. This is
I know.
hard.
So, Bill, tell us what could make you betray Lucy.
Oh, jeez. If I found out something about her that works into one of my conspiracy theories,
Okay.
I'd betray her in an instant.
So if she fell into,
Wow.
into being a threat, Bill would turn on her instantly.
Yep.
I like it. Okay.
If you found out I was actually Mothman.
Oh my god.
Can I ask a question about Bill?
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever seen the anime Haruhi, The Melancholy of Haruhi?
Yes.
Is this like the male equivalent of Haruhi?
A little bit.
Okay, because that's the way you're describing him. I'm just like, okay, this is who this is.
Oh my god.
All right. So,
Sorry if that alienates any of the audience.
all right. So Lucy,
Yeah.
how do you think you feel about good old Jake? And if it helps, Ian can tell you his strengths and flaws for Jake.
Yeah, do you want my
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the flaws again are restless and hot-tempered, and then the strengths are rebellious, and then protective and tough.
Literally the same person, basically. So
I also think Jake has a job, but I think it's at the dojo he works at this point. He teaches like little kids karate, basically.
what if my little brother is in your class?
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
I feel like my little brother is probably in your class, so like it's probably a positive relationship because like you're teaching my little brother. Maybe my little brother's like bullied a little bit just because like he's the kid whose mom just died. You know how kids are cruel, you know.
Yeah,
so like kids. So it's like positive relationship that like you're teaching my brother to, you know, stand up for himself.
Okay.
I like that.
All right. Let's see. What is the question Lucy has to answer? Ooh. What lengths would you go to in order to defend Jake? He's your little brother's he's his new kind of hero, you know. James talks all about the guy running his class.
Lucy is protective and rebellious. She's scrappy. She'd probably fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. So you guys, it's October of 1988. It's October 7th. It's the middle of the school day, and you guys all attend Southridge High School. You take, your regular general ed classes. They have the various, extracurriculars. They have, like, a shop class, and they have, like, a photography club and things like that going on. The sports teams.
They have home ec.
They do have a home economics class. Indeed.
I think Jake's cooking.
Okay. Jake's secret ambition is one day to be a chef.
Yeah.
And, so, let's see. I wanted to know, also, so you guys, a couple of you have jobs and other obligations. So here's a question for everybody. So we'll start with Bill this time.
Okay.
So in town, who would you say you have, aside from these guys, you have kind of a close relationship with, as far as like, it could be maybe one of your school teachers, it could be the couple at the truck stop and things like that?
The couple at the truck stop is the one I was thinking of.
Okay, so
we have similar thoughts about stuff,
So you're pretty close. You kind of spend as much time as you can talking out your theories with Robert and Lydia Hernandez out at the truck stop. And so something that they've been bringing up a lot lately to you has been there seems to be a lot of disappearances for a small town. A lot of rumors are that the kids are just, they're sick and tired of the life and they're leaving. And you know, a lot of kids talk about getting out of town. But these are kids that haven't even finished school yet. And they're kind of going away. In fact, just recently, the Hernandezes started putting up pictures for like the truckers and stuff to kind of keep an eye for these kids. And Mrs. Hernandez, when you were there last night having a burger, she was putting up a new poster. One of your classmates, in fact, the head cheerleader, hasn't been seen for a couple of days. And so her mom's reported it to the local sheriff. And now they're starting to look for her.
What's her name again, Jeanette?
So her name is Bethany Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bethany has disappeared. And actually, it's strange because her brother Mark had supposedly taken off about 3 weeks ago. And now Bethany is gone too. So, Lucy, who would you say outside of this group in town you have kind of a close friendship relationship?
Can it be my little brother?
It can be.
Yeah, I think even though he's like 9, she's really super close to him. Like they're both probably more mature than they probably should be.
Mm-hmm.
I think their dad is really distant. Even before their mom died, he was still that kind of gruff, tough upper lip kind of guy. He just became more so when their mom died. So I think Lucy and James just were always just super close. And so they just got even more close.
So James is maybe that kid that you go to work at night after school or on the weekend, and he'll show up at the hospital just to hang out because he rode his bike over.
Yeah, he'll like bring Lucy a sack lunch that he made himself. Yeah.
He's that kid. He like moves the flowers around between like the different rooms if somebody looks like they didn't get as many.
Yeah, he's precious.
Okay, and so that's James, and then Jake. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think Jake has alienated a lot of the people in this school because of his temper, which, well, I think he still has it. It's only starting to, as he starts to mature a little bit, it starts to be under control. So I actually think he might be friends with Nikki and Lisa,
okay,
the supposed homeschoolers, because I think maybe he I think he goes to Skateland when he's not training, just to kind of chill out.
Okay,
and basically having people who aren't in the school system is refreshing, and that they somehow hit it off. So I think that those would be his friends in the town.
Okay. So you guys are at school. Dylan, you've heard this rumor now about Bethany. In fact, the rest of you start to hear the rumors going through that Bethany didn't come home and no one's sure what happened to her. Couple of the cheerleaders, as Jake's kind of walking by to his locker, are kind of grouped up, and you catch them talking about how Bethany was going to Skateland, and then they couldn't go for one reason or another. A couple of them had chores to do and things like that, and Bethany never came home. Also, wandering around, a couple other things you see. There's a new posting on like the kind of message board, like the bulletin board. Skateland is having a like 12-hour skate like sort of team competition. It's basically put your team together and come to Skateland for 12 hours, and each team, the rules are you have to have a skater on the floor at all times. The teams that outlast, they come down to the final challenge. There's sort of a trick skate challenge toward the end for the teams that are still in it. And there's supposed to be a big prize after midnight for whatever team wins the skate challenge at Skateland. And that's coming up in about 3 days for the weekend, because it's like a Wednesday. And there's also a posting on the board. And it says, it's sort of a reminder. It says, don't forget, every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m., local library, the Fang Club will be meeting. Members only. Others need not apply.
The Fang Club.
What is the Fang Club?
I bet Bill's a member of it.
So, and you guys kind of pass this on your way to lunch.
Okay.
So, and so what are you guys doing as you guys kind of go in? It's lunchtime. There's all this drama over at the cheerleader table. They're fretting about Bethany not being there. She had this whole new cheer that was going to bring them out on top at the homecoming game, but now they're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I think Lucy is like, she walks in and she brought her lunch from home, and she used to be a cheerleader when her mom was still alive, and having to get a job so she didn't have time, she had to quit because like she had no time for practices and things like that. So she sort of looks over at them and just like they sort of ignore and turn their noses up, and then she just goes over to like an empty table in the corner and still trying to like listen to listen to anything, because like she knew Bethany personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bill, when you come into the lunchroom and you see all the goings on, and Lucy's already kind of taken a seat across the room at her table, you're kind of collecting your tray. What are you up to at this point?
Well, actually, I think Bill just like doesn't get food at lunch. I think he just like goes to the table and sits down and waits for lunch to be over. Maybe like writes notes in his notebook about stuff like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, oh that's great, yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
So does Bill go find like an empty table to do it, or you just sit down anywhere because you basically are ignoring everybody anyway?
I think he has like a seat that he's like declared as his, and it's at the same table that Lucy's sitting at, and he sees Lucy sitting there already, and he's like, there's someone there. And then he just like takes his seat and is like, okay, I'm just gonna turn my back to this lady.
So weird, I love it.
All right, so, and as Bill, as you go and you kind of take your seat, Jake, you kind of walk in, you get bumped into as you walk in, and this tall, lanky guy with like long hair, he's wearing his sunglasses, he's got his headphones on, he's got his Walkman kind of attached to his hip. You can hear the music blasting. Sounds like maybe he's got Van Halen blasting in his ears, and you kind of look over your shoulder to see who it was, and you recognize Clay. He doesn't talk to a lot of people. He's kind of just sort of cruises through school. He's always wearing his headphones. The only time you really see him kind of out of his head and doing anything, he's actually sitting up in the booth at the Skateland. He runs the DJ booth.
Oh, sick! He plays some sick beats.
Yeah, so
Nice.
he's the guy. He's the one that drops the clipboard over and he'll take the request board and like play the songs.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
but otherwise, he like you've never really seen anybody like talk to Clay. Like Clay just kind of does his own thing, kind of stays out of the way of other people. He's kind of lost in the music as he kind of comes in bobbing his head, and
Okay.
you see him he kind of walk through and he does a left, a right look. And he scoops up a chocolate milk out of the ice and tucks it under his shirt as he walks over to a table and sits down and just kind of pops it open and starts drinking it.
Okay.
Little cardboard container.
All right. So I think Jake, when he gets like bumped in, he's like about to like get up in his face, and then he's like takes a deep breath. He's like, and he's like, he didn't mean anything. It was an accident, and he like tries to go on his way. And then I think Jake has a brown bag with a cold cut sandwich in it that he's definitely going to eat, but Jake likes to eat. And so he gets in line and he goes get some food from the cafeteria too. And he's going for like 2 lunches.
All right. So as you go by, Edna, so to you, it's Miss Farley.
Miss Farley.
She's sort of standing behind the counter watching you go by, and she sees that you already have something. And she's like, double helpings again, Jake.
Yes, Miss Farley. You know me. Every day.
You better be careful and keep up with your activity.
And I flex. He like flexes, and he's like, "Do you see this? I need lots of food to power this. I'm in the dojang 2 hours every day working on a sweat."
Well, did you want the shepherd's pie or did you want the pizza?
Shepherd's pie, please. The grease makes me feel bloated. Not good for push-ups.
So as you put your tray up, she does the big lunch lady scoop and flaps it on the tray. The grease kind of splatters a little bit. And she just sort of smiles at you. She's got a little bit of a toothy smile. And she noses her glasses up. She's got like big hair in her hairnet. It's all kind of tied up on the top of her head. You can see it all sticking out. She's got her apron on. And she looks at you through the big spectacles and she's like, clean that tray. Have a nice day, Jake.
I will. And then, so I don't know how school lunches work here, but my mom is actually a lunch lady in real life. And so like they have like all the like sides and stuff that come with the meal. So Jake is getting like everything he can get that comes with this meal. If there's like a side or like a milk that comes with it, he's grabbing it and he's putting it on the tray. And yeah, he's loading up.
I don't miss high school.
So Jake, you come around the corner and you've got this tray that is loaded down with all of this mess of stuff.
He's gonna eat every bite.
As you're coming into the lunchroom and looking around for a place to sit, where do you want to go to sit down? I
honestly think he's gonna go try to sit with Bill.
Okay.
And like maybe he knows that Bill's not gonna say anything to him lunch, but he doesn't want to look like he's sitting by himself.
All right, so you head over to go and sit with Bill. And when you do, I want you to roll me a flight roll, please.
A flight roll?
Yes.
Okay. Let me look at what that is for me. Flight. Oh, a D8. Okay, and we're doing this with real dice, everyone. Mm-hmm. I'll try to get the microphone close so you can hear it. Oh, I got an 8.
Oh, wow.
All right. So, Bill and Lucy, you look up as there is a clattering of a tray, and you see Jake kind of go face first onto the floor.
No.
As Jerry Dwyer, he's this sort of like lanky kid with like this big spike of hair that kind of goes up and over. He's got one side shaved, the other's long, but it's gelled up. And he's kind of sitting there in his, like, t-shirt. It's rolled up.
Is this kid a punk?
And, yeah, you know this kid. He's a troublemaker. And his foot is just retracting where he tripped you as you were going across the lunchroom. And he starts snickering and elbows his buddy Lance in the shoulder. And he's like, watch where you're walking, Jake.
Jake springs up and gets right. What's this kid's name?
Jerry.
He gets right up in Jerry's face and he's like, Jerry, do you have $2.50? That's how much my lunch cost me, and you're gonna pay for it because I need to go buy another lunch because of you.
Go ahead.
Lucy's like watching this, like her sandwich half to her face, and is just like looking in between all of this. Like, looking at Bill like, are you going to do something?
Bill's just, like, occasionally glaring up like, oh, my God.
So, Jerry stands up where he was sitting, and he smiles at Jake. And his buddy Lance stands up behind him. And Jerry's like, I'm not paying because you're such a klutz. I thought you were doing that karate thing. Like, you're supposed to be spry, aren't you, Jacob?
Oh my God.
I think, honestly, okay, Jake kicks him in the knees to put him on his face. And he's like, watch where you're going, Jerry.
Oh, no.
So roll me a fight, please.
Okay.
Played
This is a
for 30
D20.
minutes.
I got a 16.
All right, let's see. So you kick him, and he goes down on his knees. And Lance kind of steps forward and grabs you by your shirt, and he's like, "You don't kick Jerry."
And then I hit him in the throat.
Roll another fight check for me. What is Lucy and Bill doing?
Lucy's
I got an 18 on that one.
I think Lucy's rushing over to try to help the fight.
You know, Bill's probably gotten up too. He's like, He's putting
it's the same. Lucy just went
in the backpack.
Yeah, and she's going to the one that Jake kicked down. I think she's going to try to knee him in the face.
Oh my god!
All right.
I said she was scrappy, guys.
So, Jerry goes over when you took him down in the knee. So he went down on the bad knee that you kicked, and Lance has Jake by the front of the shirt, and next thing you know, Lance is backpedaling, going as Jake punches him in the throat. So Lucy, you come up. You're gonna do a fight check to come down on Jerry with your knee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
I rolled a 2.
All right, let's see. What? Let's see. His is.
That's with the addition. I rolled a 1, but I get a +1.
Oh, I didn't even add by 1. So
So Jerry actually does manage to see Lucy coming, and he moves his head out of the way. And Lucy, you slide in Jake's lunch.
Nice.
Make me a brawn check as you're trying to keep your feet and not kind of go over with your butt in the shepherd's pie.
can I try to catch her?
Yeah, you can.
I rolled another goddamn 1. So that's a 2.
All right, so
Wait, you said brawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 2.
All right,
Oh.
so Lucy slips and she's going down. So yeah, I want you can roll me I would say a brawn to get your hands under and catch her as she goes down.
Oh, I got 3. Not good.
Oh.
So in attempting to catch her, you both go sliding through the shepherd's pie and end up in a heap on the floor as there's this little footsteps. And Bill, you're still sitting at the table as you see Mrs. Goldman, or Ms. Goldman, the history teacher, is running over going, excuse me, students, no, Jerry Dwyer, get up, go to the principal, take Lance with you. Jake, Lucy, as you guys are extracting yourselves from under the table.
I hate shepherd's pie so much.
Hi, Miss Goldman.
Oh, here, come here, give me your hand, Lucy.
Thank you.
She helps you up. She reaches out for Jake.
I extend a hand.
She says, "Oh, you're such a mess. Maybe do you have gym clothes in your lockers in the gym? Maybe you want to go and get cleaned up."
That's a good idea.
What happened here?
They
Lance
were picking on me.
Lance tripped Jake. Bill saw it too.
Yeah.
Right, Bill?
Yeah, I saw it.
You see, when you say, "Yeah, I saw it," you see Jerry look over his shoulder and do one of the to you, Bill.
I give him eyes. I'm like watching Jerry, and I'm just like, don't even think about it.
Fuck off, Jerry.
And as he gets to the door, you see the door open, and you see Mr. Mitchum, the vice principal, come through the door. Someone must have run to get him when you guys weren't paying attention. And he takes one look, and Miss Goldman kind of points, and he grabs both Lance and Jerry by the scruff and starts walking them out.
Nice.
And you hear, as the door's closing, you hear Jerry say, "It's not my fault he's got banana heels."
Nope. No good. So, Jeanette, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, Jerry and Lance's, how's their lunch looking?
They didn't really get around to eating it too much. But Lance's pudding is mostly gone, but he's got a couple slices of pizza.
Yeah, Jake turns to Miss Goldman. He's like, "Yeah, I think I got some shepherd's pie on my sweatpants, but I got another pair in my locker, so maybe I'll go change into those."
All
and then
right.
he opens up his brown bag and he slips their pizza into it, and he's gonna eat it on the way to the gym.
Okay.
Why? God. Oh,
All right.
God.
So the rest of the day mostly goes uneventfully for you guys. You kind of get your gym shorts or your sweatpants. You change. Bill, you pick you find a little bit of shepherd's pie on the back of your book. You probably held up to save yourself from the splatter. So it's a Wednesday. So most of the kids, as they're leaving school, a lot of them head out and they're gonna go and do like their chores or things like that, and then there's plans to meet at Skateland. Do you guys, what would you say? How many nights a week or whatever do you think you guys work?
I think Jake is in the dojang Monday through Thursdays and Saturday morning, but he's got like, he probably goes there and then he does like homework for an hour while he's waiting, and then he teaches a class, and then he probably has a class, and then maybe he's done at like 8 p.m. And then, I don't know, I feel like he'd probably go to Skateland for a little bit. Is that late? I don't know how late it is. That is for high schoolers.
You probably, if you go right after school for the dojo's probably open till like 6 because it's a small town.
Yeah.
Skateland usually on weeknights stays open till like 9. Weekends it's more like 11.
Yeah.
So also, because, and this is something, because it's a new mechanic, so Katy, I think Lucy failed, what, 2 of her rolls so far?
Yeah, both of the rolls.
Oh, I failed the roll, right?
All right, so when you fail a roll, you get what's called an adversity token. So Jake gets 1, and Lucy's going to have 2. Now, what happens with adversity tokens is you can spend them later to kind of save yourself from failing.
Okay.
So it's almost so, and you can also spend them for to activate one of your character's strengths in a given situation.
Oh, so is it? I feel like I know, like sort of like a Powered by the Apocalypse system. Like you can like use them to say that you succeed, or like you use this skill to succeed, or something like that.
Yeah, like, so if you're close, you can spend them to, like, be like, yeah, I spent an adversity token to
Gotcha.
move that.
So +1, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's like a forward or something.
Mm-hmm. Something else that I forgot, because, you know, new and all. So, with your characters, every character has their backpack. So,
Yeah.
What you would normally expect to be in a teenager's backpack, right?
And the backpack is both what you would carry physically on a normal situation, and also if there's something that is something like about your character, like, let's see, where's a good example?
Well, I figured that Lucy would have random shit from the hospital.
Like gauze and tape and everything like that.
Yeah, like not really anything too specific, but she probably has like a shit ton of random Band-Aids at the bottom of it that she's just picked up, you know, things like that. Random medical stuff.
Right, like, so those are physical things, and then also, like, you said with Lucy, because she kind of takes care of her brother and she's kind of had to be a grown-up, it'd be something like, you are, I'm trying to think of the word, like an advantage that you think you would have.
Okay.
Like, so because Lucy's, like, more of a responsible kid, maybe an advantage Lucy would have is that adults see her as more, that responsible.
Okay.
So she's maybe able to get away with things more often because they trust her. Whereas someone like Jake, who has been a little bit in trouble,
automatically gets in a fight.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So just to have in your backpacks.
Cool.
I think Jeanette, Jake's backpack is pretty big because he's got like all his school stuff in there, and then he's got his like any karate stuff that he could stuff in there. So
it probably smells too. Honest.
Yeah,
let's be honest. It's
probably pretty bad. Probably real bad. There's like one pocket particularly.
Oh God.
Did you forget a sandwich in there for a really long time?
I'm just thinking of like teenage boys and like football players that I went to high school. Oh God. Oh.
I do think he's got like, I'm imagining he's got like the double zip backpack with the smaller front pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's got like 2 compartments, and one compartment's like school stuff, one compartment's karate stuff, and then the front pocket is just snacks, like granola bars and like stuff that he could just leave in there whenever. And then he's got just because he likes to eat. He's an eater.
He's a growing boy.
He's a grown boy. He needs that food.
Oh my god.
All right. So, what are you guys' main modes of transportation? Do you
Walk.
guys?
I think it has to be a bike, right?
No, I mean if you have your license and you have a car available to you, you could be driving a car to get to and from places. You could have a bike. You could be on a any form of bike to get to and from, or you could just be someone walking. You could have a skateboard. You could roller skate.
I feel like Lucy 100% has like it's not a brand new it's like a old stick shift car that like, because her dad is sort of like a mechanic, he like fixed it up for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like it's probably on its last legs, but considering this is such a small town, it's enough to get her from A to B. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It probably makes a shit ton of noise. It has a horrible exhaust.
Is it like an
but
old,
it gets
what was it, a rabbit or something, I think?
Yeah, something like that. Exactly.
Oh man, rabbit.
Yeah, probably really dangerous. But you know what? It works.
Exactly.
And you know when Lucy gets somewhere because it's that car that when she puts it in park, like she puts it in and turns it off, it's that last big boom of a backfire.
Exactly. You know when she's at school because you hear her coming. You hear her arrives. But yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And what about Bill?
I was thinking Bill walks, but he might have a pair of roller skates too.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable.
Of course he does.
He does the like stoic faced roller skating down the street, back home and stuff.
When he
Down to the
thinks
library.
no one is looking, does he practice that where they bend down and they put the one leg out and hold their foot?
Yes, of course. Of course he does.
And what about Jake?
Do you think Jake can get to the Dojang on a bike?
Yes.
Okay, so if he can ride a bike there, he definitely has a bike because he sees it as another way to train his legs.
Okay.
He's got sick quads from all the biking.
So do you have like a Huffy special, or do you have like an old 10 speed?
I think it's like, I don't know that much about bikes, but it's probably
Is it like a
bike
trick, like maybe like a trick BMX bike?
No,
maybe?
I think it's like a mountain bike style. I guess we're in suburbia though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's probably some sort of not expensive but decent road bike with a good number of gears.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys leave school for the day. Is anybody doing anything special before going out to Skateland whenever you finish your busy day?
Is that and I know like in my town, like where I grew up, the high school, middle school were connected, but the elementary school was somewhere else. How's that in this town? Are all the schools connected?
So they're the high school and the middle school are kind of in one building. The middle schoolers are kept like in the lower wing. The high schoolers are kept separate. Yeah. The elementary school is on the same property, but on the other side. So there's like the ball field and the playground in between them.
So yeah, she probably just waits, or if her brother doesn't beat her to her car, then she waits for him. She gets her brother, she goes home, makes him a snack, makes sure his homework is started. She gets as much done of her own as she can. Then probably about like 4:30 before she goes to work. And I think she works probably until like 8.
Okay.
And then comes home, probably just like... She actually probably doesn't even go home. She probably keeps clothes in her car to change into, and then goes to Skateland.
All right. So you spend some time at the hospital, and you run into Mrs. Schultz, who is busily working, and you can hear over the radio. They're playing the local radio station, and you hear the DJ, and he's like, "This is KRDJ, the Ridge. Here's a little." No, I can't think of it. Here's some Boston for you. And they put on some music. And you kind of listen and you're like, that voice is familiar, but I'm not sure who the DJ is. Because he never actually introduces himself. Just always calls himself the DJ.
The DJ.
And Mrs. Schultz sees you and she kind of waves and she's like, "Oh, hello, Lucy. How are you doing? How was school?"
It was interesting today. Jake got into a fight.
Well, isn't Jake always getting into fights?
That's true. That's very true. Bill just sort of sat there and hid.
Well, I don't want Bill getting into fights. I mean, his dad has told him, keep your nose clean and don't get into trouble and don't bother the bullies and they won't bother you.
They still sort of bother him though.
Oh well, I'm sure it's fine though. Bill would let his dad know if there's any problems.
Well, okay, if you say so.
How's your dad?
I mean, don't really see him much.
Oh.
He just goes to work and then comes home, and I'm usually here. And then on the weekends, if I'm not here picking up hours, he's at the shop.
Yes, I gotta stop in with my husband. We have to get some tires for the station wagon, so we're gonna have to swing by and say hi to him at some point soon. See if he's got anything on special this week.
Yeah, I think he's trying to he's trying to get some more deals in that wasn't looking too good last time. Is Bill still into all of that UFO stuff?
Oh, Bill, he likes his books and his writing and things like that. He's just a very creative sort of boy. I mean, maybe he'll go on to be a writer or something.
Oh, that's probably why they make fun of him at school.
Oh, that's. I mean, he'll be all right. It's the other children shouldn't make fun of him for doing the things he likes. I did encourage him to maybe join the baseball team, but he doesn't seem all that interested.
Well, I mean, I guess he's lucky to have Jake to stand up for him.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, that's good. Having friends is important. And you hear like a little ping from a room down the hall, and she kind of looks around. She's like, "Oh, I have to take care of that. Well, you have a good day, and don't dilly-dally too long. I heard terrible rumor that Bethany hasn't been home.
Yeah.
Mrs. Campbell is beside herself now that both of her children have taken off. I mean, that's just terrible."
Yeah. Me and Bethany used to be friends, but she didn't really talk to me after I quit the team. I don't really know what happened.
Well, if you happen to see her or anything like that, you need to tell her to head home. Her mom is worried.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Oh, all right. Well, all right, I'm going to go now. Bye, Lucy. Have a good evening.
Bye. She's just like Bill. Just laughing. 100% just like Bill. Which is perfect.
And while you're working, at some point, James comes riding up on his bike as you're going by the front desk. He comes and he sort of rides into the foyer, to which the nurse at the front desk is like, "James, you've been told not to do that." And he like does one of those skid the stop, trying to show off. He pops off the bike. He leans it up against the wall and he just smiles. And he's like, I know. I'm supposed to park the bike out at the bike rack, but it's my favorite bike and I don't want somebody to take it. Lucy, I brought you something to eat."
Yeah, Lucy comes out there and like looks at her brother and looks at the bike and is just like, "I'm gonna get fired because of you."
No, they think I'm cute.
Aww.
They give me candy when you're not looking.
Oh man.
Oh no! Thank you for bringing me lunch.
No problem. I hope you like it. I tried to make, I think it's called honey mustard. It sounded good. It might not be as good as the ketchup sandwich I made for you last week.
Oh no!
Oh.
What is it? I'm gonna like open the bag and look.
So it's like Genoa and lettuce and tomato and this kind of runny mustard that literally looks like mustard and honey. And there's an apple tucked in there too.
Oh, sweet child. This looks so good, James. I will make sure I eat it on my next break. You should go home and have you finished your homework?
Yeah. Oh, except the math. But
Yeah.
I figured I could do that in the morning before school.
No, you really need to get it done now so you can.
But I was gonna go over to Skateland for a little while, and I wanted to look. I think there's a competition on Saturday, and I wanted to look and see what the rules are. Cause I thought maybe we could sign up.
I don't know how to skate. You know that.
But I could show you some tricks.
All right, you go to Skateland. I will be there after I get off work, and I'll take you home, and we'll do your homework together. It'll go faster, all right?
Okay. Hey, maybe you can get Jake to join our team, cause he's like really, really like spry for like teaching. Like he's really quick on his feet, so I think he'd be really good on a set of roller skates. And
Jake. I know Jake teaches you. Never mind. Yeah, I'll ask him.
Okay, so I'll see you at Skateland then when you're done?
Yeah, I'll be there, I promise.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye!
Bye.
He goes to run away. He comes back and gives you kind of a quick hug. Okay, bye.
Bye. The minute I know he's gone, I throw the bag away.
Oh.
The nurse behind the desk kind of gives you an eyebrow and just smiles.
Yeah.
So, what was the delicacy of the evening?
Honey mustard. Honey plus mustard.
She just laughs and turns back and starts typing on the typewriter.
He's a sweet kid. Yeah, and Lucy just goes back to work.
All right. So what's Jake doing after school? Like you teach your class with James, and he bikes over and then bikes off. And what else are you doing?
So yeah, I imagine he goes to this place and hangs out and does a little bit of homework, and he probably takes an adult level class for himself. And then when he's all said and done, he gets a quick shower in either there or at home, and then goes over to Skateland. And I think he does like to roller skate, actually. So, because you don't gotta talk to anyone when you're skating.
It's true.
What's your roller skating ensemble? Do you have do you wear one of those headbands with like the multicolor headbands?
With the short shorts.
Yeah. Well, it is the 80s.
The knee-high socks.
I don't think it's super colorful, but I definitely think there's a lot of man thigh.
Oh.
And like a tight shirt. Definitely a tight shirt. So yeah. And I think he just tries to go fast without being a nuisance.
Okay. So you're that speed skater guy that just whips around the rink kind of like skating. But haphazardly, like it's probably not. He's not good. He's not bad, but he's not good enough to justify how fast he's going. Roll me a flight check. Just
a flight check.
Yeah, that's like your agility, like how nimble you are on your feet.
A 3.
A 3. So you're a little off your game tonight. Like you're a little maybe the whole altercation during the school day kind of threw you off. Especially
still
when
mad.
You notice Jerry and Lance and a couple of their cronies kind of hanging out by the snack stand.
Nice. Do I get an adversary token? Was that a fail?
Yeah, you can have an.
Oh my goodness, you guys!
I just want to say, and Jeanette can say, I rolled maybe 4 successes during Call of Cthulhu earlier. It's not my day, guys.
Hey,
this is with real dice. It's just not my day.
This is fair.
Now get the fails out now. These aren't.
I mean, I've just brought it to you guys, so I'm sorry, but This is what you get when you play with Katy. I honestly think, you remember when I rolled all the successes in Tomb of Annihilation? I used them all.
That was it.
I've not rolled good since then. Sean took them all from me.
The dice curse is real. The dice curse is real.
Fucking Tomb of Annihilation destroyed me for real. Sorry. Go back to the game. I just had to get that out. I had to rant for a second.
All right. So, Bill, after you leave school at night, what do you do before you maybe hit up Skateland in the evening?
Well, Bill probably stops by the library. He turns in any books that he's finished, gets some new ones, puts them in his bag.
When you do, Miss Goldman, who is working the evening shift at the library, as she doubles as the librarian and the history teacher. So she sees you and she smiles and she says, "Oh, hi, Bill. It's good to see you again."
Hi, Miss Goldman.
Hi. Did you enjoy your summer? How was your summer vacation? I haven't really had a chance to talk to you. You're so quiet in school.
Yeah. Summer's pretty good. I worked on my projects and stuff,
Anything new that you haven't talked about, that I haven't heard about?
Well, this whole Bethany thing is kind of working up some theories,
Oh yeah, it's such a shame. I mean, when the kids don't even decide to stay to finish school and they just, take off. I mean, I understand it, the draw of the city or things like that, but it's so, it's such a big world out there, and it's just not good to take off like that. And her mother, I think, is so worried.
She should be. It's scary out there, man.
It is, and then, I mean, maybe Mark came back and picked her up. That's my thought on it anyway.
Do you have anything to back that up?
Oh, no, nothing to back it up. I just, he disappeared a few weeks ago, and maybe he got settled with a place, and it was always their plan for Bethany to go with him later when she had the chance.
Yeah, it's possible. There are other theories, could have gotten picked up by the feds or something,
I mean,
I hear she was into some shit,
What was she into?
Yeah, I mean, Miss Goldman. You know what those cheerleaders do after school, right?
No, Bill. What do the cheerleaders do?
They go behind the gym and they smoke, and those are the kinds of kids they are,
What?
They probably do some weird occult shit too. That's what I.
Oh
Are you
dear.
just cursing at this old lady? What are you doing?
Bill doesn't give a shit.
You don't think Bethany took part in all the kissing and making out in the back alley behind Skateland like I hear some of the teenagers do?
No, she did. Totally.
That's such a shame.
Yeah.
I always thought she was such a nice girl. I mean, she did okay in my class, but I can understand she wasn't that interested in history. She said she found it dull and boring.
Kids like that are the worst.
Yeah.
I love history.
Well, that's why, Bill, you are, even though you're quiet, one of my favorites, and you always do so well in class. I mean, I can't believe your average is so high. It's Jerry Dwyer was just complaining the other day that you make the curve unfair.
Not my fault.
I love Bill so much.
Well, I better take some of these books and start putting them away, but you enjoy your evening.
Yeah.
I'll see you in class tomorrow. Don't forget, you have a project due on the Civil War. Well, you would know, but remind Jake that, it's due. And the next project's going to be a group project, so you might want to start thinking about who you want to work with. I know you don't like that, but it's good to learn to work together.
Okay. It's good to see you, as always, and I sort of hold out a hand.
She does a little shake. Okay, take care. Tell your mom and dad I say hi.
Yep.
I'll see them at parent-teacher conferences in November, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Bill has no idea. Okay.
She wheels the cart out from behind the desk and starts that with the rusty wheel that's like, and she starts putting books away in the stands.
Bill watches her as she goes because he probably thinks she's kind of hot.
She is actually very adorable. She's like in her 20s. She's the youngest teacher on the staff. She's, you know that jokingly in town, a lot of the locals will refer to her as the spinster just because they don't understand how she's not married and she's kind of career focused.
Bill respects that. He doesn't have a career himself, but he respects that. After the library, he probably goes down to like the truck stop, gets like a soda or something,
All right.
and like swaps some stuff with the Hernandezes before going to Skateland.
So when you walk in at the truck stop, you see the Hernandezes have their backs to the door. They're sort of standing in front of the fountain soda machine, and they're arguing back and forth about Mrs. Hernandez is swatting her husband with a towel. And she's like, it's not supposed to spray like that. It's not. No, the nozzle's not on tight. No, And he looks at her and he's like, I know how to work a soda machine, honey. And she's like, obviously you don't. You just move. Move aside. God, go clean a table or something, Robert. Go. And you see her start unscrewing the soda nozzle. And as he walks away, he turns around, he flicks the nozzle, like the bar underneath it, and she gets spritzed. And it comes off, and she just go and throws a towel at him. And he runs around the counter and he sees you and he goes, "Oh, Bill.
Hey, what's up?
Just see the lights in the sky 2 nights ago?
No, what? No, what?
Big bright lights.
Oh, shit.
I didn't have any film in the camera, so I couldn't get a picture of it.
Damn, that sucks.
I gotta run over to the Stop and Go and get some more film this week."
Oh yeah, totally. Like if you get any pictures, 100% show me. Like that means everything to me, man.
It was like out over toward the other side of town, kind of over where the tracks are.
Oh,
the cemetery.
Yeah, man, like will-o-wisp type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, one kind of small, one kind of really big.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been working on like this radio to pick up like signals from space.
Did you get any signals yet?
No, but when I do, like, if I get like some sort of alien correspondence, like you and Lydia, like you're the first to know, of course.
Good. Hey, you should check over at Ridge Hardware, see if they've got any new electronics equipment come in. I know they were supposed to get a delivery. One of the trucks came through and he was talking about how he had some stuff, some new wires and a couple new boards and stuff for the hardware shop. Not that they get a lot of it, but
okay.
There's maybe you could convince him to do some amateur radio type ordering. Help you with your project.
Totally.
If anything comes through and falls off a truck, I'll be sure to let you know too.
Okay, yeah. I dig free stuff.
Yeah.
Bill, you know, he's sort of like lightly skates over to the soda machine and grabs a cup and everything.
Lydia looks up and she's like, "Can you do something about him? He can be entirely useless pretty much all the time."
It happens, you know. Don't be too hard on him. He's a cool guy. You're cool too, of course, Miss Hernandez. Ma'am.
Well, thank you. If it wasn't for the fact that he was a true believer, I think I might kick him to the curb, but...
As you rightfully should.
At least he's more open-minded than most of the yahoos in this town. And she pinches you on the cheek, and she says, like you, little Bill, you're a good one. You're a good egg.
Thanks. I try my best.
Now, I better not catch you jumping any of these 18-wheelers to head out of town, Bill. We like you being here.
I don't trust truckers. They're part of like this big government conspiracy to move like nuclear weapons through town.
I know, right? I mean, you never know what's inside of them. And I talked about wanting to put a way station in so that we could check on them. And the mayor, he shot it down. He said, no. Well,
the mayor's in on it. They're paying him. I guarantee it.
I'm serious. It's all a conspiracy, Bill.
Yeah.
Don't trust any of them. The mayor, the sheriff's in on it.
I never do.
I think
Please.
your principal might be in on it too. He's trying to keep you kids from having open minds.
I wouldn't doubt it, you know. Like they're pushing these sports programs to like train new soldiers. It's crazy, man.
right? No individual thought.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man.
You know, I tried to tell Animal Control about this big old, like, chupacabra thing that I saw about 3 weeks ago.
Whoa.
I went to take out the garbage. Ed wouldn't take out the garbage. So I was like, nope, nope. I'll take out the garbage. Because, you know, Ed, he's always arguing. And, you know, he wants shifts. But no, he doesn't want to do anything. He's just so lazy. And so I told him, you know, if you want to be lazy, you go work at the Stop and Go. But the South 5 truck stop, we expect better of our employees.
Yeah, totally.
So I took out the garbage. And this chupacabra thingy, it ran out from under the dumpster and went bolting into the woods.
Whoa, just like the woods right behind?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean,
Okay.
just be careful. Don't get. I think there's like a drop off, like maybe 100 yards out.
Okay.
So don't fall.
Get soda?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
She moves out of the way. She's attached to the nozzle while you're talking.
Okay. Bill gets soda and he's like, "Bye, guys." And he like sort of takes a look around the back and like sort of looks in the woods, like, see anything?
Kind of look in the woods, and you see sort of like, it looks like somebody's sort of walking through the trees back there.
Ooh.
Heading away from the back of the restaurant.
Bill's intrigued. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez. Bill will sort of take off his roller skates real quick, and he'll sort of like get down, like stealthy, like, and he's gonna see if he can get down there and sort of get closer look at it.
Okay. Do you want to give me?
Huh?
Give me a flight check, just because as you follow him back, it's a little bit, like, the footing back here is a little uncertain.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Oh, what? That's a 9.
A 9. Yeah, so you're very careful. You don't slip and fall, and you're very quiet as you follow. And you see this...
This isn't the first time Bill's done this.
So you see kind of this sort of hunched figure wearing like this dirty overcoat. It's kind of a long kind of trench coat, and he's got like sort of a cap, like a knit cap on his head, kind of moving away through the woods. And you just catch, like, you see a puff of smoke and like a flick of a cigarette as he's walking away with his back to you.
Bill takes out his notebook, starts writing down. He looks like at his watch. See what time it is. Writes that down too.
When you're done, like, you look at your watch, you write it down. You look back up, and he's gone.
Oh shit!
Cultists.
Okay, Bill scurries back up the drop off and gets his roller skates back on. And he's like, oh my god! And he heads to Skateland.
All right. So, eventually, you all get to Skateland, and Skateland is jumping. Like, it's got a couple of bike routes out front, and it's all full. Like, there's the kids that get there right after school who have nothing better to do, and then those that trickle in, like you guys, as you finish up and do your stuff. When you come through the main doors, it's like everything is kind of low light. You can see over the video games, or all, like, you can hear the pinball, ping, 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 ping. You can hear the click of the pucks of the air hockey table. You see the various, like, the Pac-Man game has a line, Miss Pac-Man, just all of these different games. There's the little, like, cabinet, like, race game. There's a pole position. There's the Star Wars, like, the original Star Wars video game.
They have skee ball?
There are... Like, the back wall is all skee ball.
Is there what? I can't fucking say it.
Galaga?
Thank you, Galactica. Words are hard, kids.
Yep. There's all the, like, the Atari type games, you know, like, just all around the place. And like I said, the back wall is like all skee ball, and then off to either side is the pinball. And there's also the like wall of like the crane games with all the different stuffed animals that you could win.
Nice. Jake, on reflecting on his day at practice, is trying to avoid Jerry because he doesn't want to like escalate a situation. So if he sees like Jerry and his cronies are playing a game, he's like, I'm gonna go play a game on the opposite side or like whatever.
So when Lucy comes in, she's gonna first like make sure she locks eyes on James just to make sure that he's there.
He is playing a pinball game.
Okay, she's not gonna like. She doesn't want to like be the nerd, you know. She's gonna be that older sister, you know. As long as she sees him and knows that he's there, she's good. She's gonna go up to like the snack bar.
Okay, and you see puttering around behind the snack bar. You see Miss Farley from the lunchroom. She's still got her hairnet. It looks like the same one from earlier in the day.
Hey, Miss Farley, how are you?
She kind of turns around, sort of, and it's a tight little space, so she sort of does this shuffle turn, and she looks at you through her big, big glass, and she's like, "Hello, Lucy."
I want the grossest, nastiest, most greasy, just worst order of fries you could make me, please.
I can do that.
Thank you. It's for a very special friend.
Okay.
Do that as much as you can. She's going to get them and give them to Jerry and Lance as a peace offering.
So Marge puts down a couple baskets of fresh fries. Another kid runs up behind you and he's like, "Can I get some cheese pizza?" And she's like, "No, you can't."
I love her.
"But I have pepperoni." And he's like, no, just a pretzel, please."
Just take the pepperoni off, kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just take the pepperoni.
He looks up at you. He's probably like 12. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't think of that.
Do that?
I didn't think of that. My
You're
mom,
gonna
my
go-
mom
you're
says
But
not
it's like
to
an
waste
extra
stuff."
$1.
You're going to go far, kid.
Okay, well, my mom says I shouldn't waste stuff, but yeah, I'll take a piece of pepperoni. And she's like, "No, I already put the pretzel on." Okay, maybe next time. Thanks.
Oh, God.
Bill comes up and he'll say, "I'll take the pretzel."
All right then. So pepperoni pizza, pretzel, and super greasy fries.
I lean down to the kid and I say, "If you're not gonna eat the pepperoni, I'll take them."
Oh, okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Jackson.
So.
Nothing. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit when the pizza's ready. Bye.
Lucy's just like staring at Bill. Bill, are you friends with 12-year-olds now?
Friends with everybody.
So as this is happening, you guys didn't see them come up, but on either side of Lucy and Bill, the sisters Nikki and Lisa sort of lean around. "Hello.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?"
Hey.
"Hi."
Getting food.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
"Oh, just waiting for Jake. He's skating."
Oh, yeah. Okay.
"How's things going?"
I mean, pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Bill like awkwardly leans on the counter. How's it going with you?
Oh my God. Lucy is rolling her eyes as noticeably as she can. She's just like, "Oh God."
"Oh, you know, not too bad. We just are you excited about the skate competition this Saturday?"
I can't skate.
What? You can't skate? Your parents like teach you wrong?
No, Bill. My dad didn't care, and my mom just never taught me.
It's lame.
Jake rolls up at this awkward junction, and he's like, "Oh, Nikki and Lisa, do you want to be on a skate team?"
"Oh, we're more the watching type, but we think you should totally teach Lucy how to skate. Like, there's a whole part where she's just got to stay on the floor just to keep your team in the thing."
No, I'm good. Jake, James wants you to join his team.
Ooh. That seems like that might be a conflict. You know, I'm kind of his mentor at the dojang. I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
I mean, he's 9. He'll probably cry if you say no. You will make a 9-year-old cry, Jake.
I don't want to do that. I definitely don't want to do that. All right, I'll think about it, and maybe I can let you know tomorrow.
I mean, you should probably let him know.
I'll let him know.
If you're going to say no, you should probably tell the 9-year-old to his face, Jake.
That would be the right thing to do.
True.
Can I get a slushie?
This is the most awkward.
Do you want cherry or do you want blueberry mountain punch?
Obviously, can you mix them?
I suppose.
Hey,
I always want
It's really good together. You have to try it.
hey, Miss Farley, are those fries done?
No.
How much longer? I really just, I can't stand here much longer.
You hear a ping. She goes, fries are done. 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
She goes back and she pulls out the fries and she looks at the basket of them and she kind of like looks up at the ceiling for a second. And then she just dumps them on the plate without shaking it out and just puts it on the counter and she's like, greasy.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, Jake, before I leave, you guys just want to cough?
Why?
I'm giving this to our friends Lance and Jerry as a peace offering after today. Thank you, Bill. That's a wonderful contribution. Jake,
Help.
thank you.
Nikki and Lisa look
I'm
at
sorry
each other.
for all the listeners.
Nikki and Lisa look back and forth at each other and they look at you three and they're like, ew.
Yeah, Nikki and Lisa,
Uh-huh.
keep it quiet.
Oh, sure. We hear and we see, but we don't say anything.
Good.
That's why you're so cool. I wish you were at our school. It'd be so much better.
It's true.
Man.
There needs to be more people like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so nice. Oh, that's so sweet.
How old are these teens?
They're like 16.
Okay, so they're not like a year or two younger. Okay.
Mhm.
Lucy's going to just smile on her face, take the very hot, fresh, wonderful fries over to Lance and Jerry.
So as you're coming over, you see Lance sort of elbows Jerry, and he's like kind of does the. And Jerry turns around. He's got a scowl on his face, but Lance is like kind of grinning ear to ear.
Hey guys.
Hey Lucy.
Oh God.
Lance.
God, what have I done?
This is a mistake.
This was a mistake.
Jerry elbows Lance. He's like, what's up?
I've brought both of you a peace offering after you attacked my friend today. And sort of me in a way. Anyway, please don't do that again.
Jerry kind of snickers, like, I can't help if he's klutzy. I mean, isn't that why he's taking Taekwondo?
Jerry,
Yeah.
I saw you trip him.
No, he just didn't see my foot there. That's all.
Okay, Jerry. We can argue, or you can just take the damn fries, and you tripped him. So here's the fries.
Lance takes the fries, and he's like, I'll take the fries.
Yeah, just like keep your distance, and we'll keep ours, okay?
Lance, like, smiles at you, and he's like, wait, what are you doing on Saturday?
I'm working.
He's gonna try to be charming.
Oh, God.
How does Lucy feel about this guy? Like, how...
She wants nothing to do with him.
Alright, so... He kind of puts the fries down, and he tries to be, like, super duper charming. And he sort of like drools on himself as he does it.
So gross.
And he's like, well, all right. Well, I mean, if you're at the competition, I'll see you there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just enjoy the fries. And she like turns on her heel as quick as possible and just beelines it out of there. Oh no.
Bill and Jake, you see Lance like take a handful of fries and like, oh.
Bill just slurps on his drink.
Oh, what have I done?
Jake is like, got a little smug. Mission accomplished. Even though he really had no idea about what was going on. He's just like,
job well done.
I really participated in that.
So as you're saying that, you hear Clay come over the microphone, like over the speakers, and he says, "This couples on the floor, couples only. Couples skate on the floor now. All right, here's one for you couples."
There's one for you couples.
And he starts a song up, and it's "Waiting for a Star to Fall" from Boy Meets Girl.
Okay.
And it starts waiting for the star to fall. Do, 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 do. And you see like little like different couples kind of couple up. You see James like skate over to this little girl who's about 8. And he like brings her this little stuffed rabbit that he must have won out of the crane machine at some point. And she kind of hugs it, and then they go skating out on the floor.
Ah, nice.
I motion to the girls and I say, "This is when you go play the arcade games because everybody's gone." Great. And then he sort of like goes over, gets on the Star Wars machine.
Lisa kind of like.
Jake turns to Lisa and he's like, "Come with me. We gotta go look at who's good at skating for this competition on Saturday." And then he's going over and he's gonna watch James to see if this 9-year-old knows what he's doing.
All right.
Leave my brother alone.
Your brother, wow.
God.
He wanted to be on a skate team. If I'm gonna have a kid on my skate team, they gotta know what they're doing.
It's true.
All right. So the girl seems to be one of those kids that walks on her skates versus actually skating. And James is like doing that whole thing where he's like skating around her and kind of skating backward away from her and smiling. And then skating back up. Like she almost falls and he like kind of takes her
So he's
hand.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty talented for a little dude.
Maybe I do want to. Maybe we will be on a team.
So as this is finishing up and the song kind of ends, he comes skating over. He kind of helps her get off the skate floor because you know how they always put that stupid lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's terrible for anybody who can't skate because you either fall getting on the floor or you fall when you stop against it. So he helps her so she doesn't fall. And he sees Jake looking and he skates over and he's like, "Hey,
Hey, James.
how's it going?
Pretty good. You got some good moves out there.
Thanks. It's gonna be great when we skate together, right? Right?
Yeah,
Like, we should
I
talk
heard
to
you want to form a team.
Well, yeah. So about that, I signed up. Me, you, and Bill.
Oh, you just pretty gung ho there. You did. Oh, okay.
Well, you know, I figured, something my dad always said is it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Yeah, that's my mantra too.
That checks out. Yeah.
What do you say, Bill? Should we skate with James here?
Hi, Bill. I didn't
He's
see
like,
you over there.
Press the button on the arcade machine. Oh, what?
I said, Bill, do you want to come skate with us on Saturday? 3 of us.
He like stops for a second. Yeah, I don't think I got anything going on. Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it. We're a team. We got a team. Sweet. Good. Good.
Oh, damn it.
Great. We're gonna totally win the competition. Hey, Lucy. You think you can find out if it's okay with Dad if like I stay out till after midnight on Saturday so I can do the competition?
It'll be okay, James. I'll be there. I'm gonna come watch you in your competition.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah.
If he gets mad, he'll take it out on me. Don't worry.
Hmm.
I mean, I figured he'd be okay with it, especially when we win.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
we don't win, you're doing 100 push-ups.
What?
Please don't torture my brother.
If we don't win at practice on Monday, you're doing push-ups.
Oh, but
I'm gonna find a reason.
Wow.
Oh my God. I don't think you should work there anymore, Jake.
No, it's normal. It's normal.
Push-ups ain't so bad. Yeah.
I, mean,
I can do like 300. So
Definitely. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Bill, I believe that.
Bill, can you do 300 right now? And Nikki leans around the arcade machine and he goes, "Yeah, can you?"
I see Nikki. Yeah. The floor's kind of dirty, but I got stuff for
Lucy
that.
is totally arms, just watching this, ready for it.
Bill pulls out like some doctor gloves from his backpack, puts them on so he don't touch floor.
Of course.
It gets down. He used to do some push-ups.
Do you want to make me a brawn check?
Oh no!
What is your dice for brawn? I need to know.
It's a D4.
And how many push-ups are you trying for?
I'll do 30.
30? All right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe you got to get like I don't know, like let's say
4?
yeah, I'm going to say you'd probably need to get like an 8 to do 30. So
Oh.
in this so it's possible, but what happens is if your dice is less than the check, if you roll the maximum number on your die, it explodes. So you get to roll it again and add it together.
Oh.
And you
get 2 4s.
So, and if it keeps exploding, you get to go until you succeed, and then it stops at the point where you succeed. So,
We'll know by Dylan's face if he succeeds or not. Just
And
wait.
I have a +1 since I'm a teenager. So
this is true.
do I add that to the roll?
Yes, you do.
Okay, good. Oh my God, pray for me. Oh, it was a 4.
All right, so you're at a 5. So
Okay.
Bill gets down on his hand and he starts doing push-ups, and he gets through like the first 15.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
You hear Nikki like, "Ooh."
Roll again. Oh, that was a 2.
So yeah, so with a 5 plus, so you got 7.
Okay.
All right, so you get an adversity token because you don't actually do 30. You get to about 28.
Oh no.
And you kind of like get
I get the arm wobbles.
and then you give up before you do the whole faceplant into the dirty floor.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do all 300 right now, but that floor is really nasty. He like picks up a fry that's down there. It's got like a hair on it. He's like, yeah, throws it away.
As you throw it in the trash, Marge is walking by, or Edna, and she walks by and she looks and she goes, "You looking for a job?"
I mean, I'll take one.
We could use someone to clean up at night.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, well then.
How many people are here at night? Like,
Well, there's
like,
me.
okay.
Yeah, usually it's just me closing up.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take a job.
Great. She walks over and hands you a garbage bag. You can start now.
Nice. Okay. What do I get paid?
I'll give you $3.75 an hour.
All right. More than I make now.
Oh, goodness.
Jake says he can't work on Saturday though.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, thing, yeah.
All right.
She's very accommodating.
So she gives you the garbage bag. She kind of grabs one of the wheelie garbage cans and she pushes it over to you. And then you hear Clay come over the speaker again, and he says, "All right, last call, final skate. Here's a little walk like an Egyptian for you Bengals fans." And you hear that.
Oh, I hand the bag to Lucy's brother. I'm like, can Can you hold this for a minute?
Huh?
Go on.
Bill's favorite song.
Go on to the skating rink.
He sort of takes it like, huh? And then you're gone. It's like,
Yep.
I'm not getting paid.
Doing the whole arm thing and everything.
I think Jake also gets out there and
Yes.
busts a move.
Lucy's just like, James, put that down. We got to go in 30 minutes anyway.
Okay. He just puts it over the top of the garbage can. Okay, I'm gonna go finish skating.
Yeah, have fun.
All right, I'll meet you at the skate rental afterward.
Yeah, and Lucy just like plays some skee ball or something.
Okay.
Oh God. While she's playing skee ball though, I do want to like even if it's just like Nikki and is it Haley? Is that her name?
It's Nikki and Lisa.
Lisa, I don't know where I got Haley from. Nikki and Lisa. Like maybe find them if they're around, and she wants to talk to them about Bethany.
Okay. So first of all, you want to play some skee ball?
Yeah.
All right. So skee ball, as we all know, is not an easy game.
It's my favorite game in real life.
It's amazing, but it's
love
not easy. All right. So skee ball, you get 10 games for $1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's cheap as hell.
So what I want you to do to see how well you do on skee ball is you're going to roll your fight and your grit and add those together for me.
Okay. That is a D6 and a D20.
Whoa.
So I rolled a 5 in fight, so +1 is a 6.
Okay.
Grit is a 19.
Ooh. All right. So.
Ow.
All right. So your first game of skee ball. So to the background music of "Walk Like an Egyptian," you walk over, you throw in your quarters, 4 quarters into the machine. The balls come down, and you just quickly, one after the other, throw the balls and quickly rack up a score of 2,500.
Skee ball queen.
Do you wanna play another round?
Yeah. Heck yeah. 4 + 1 is 5. 13.
All right, so your next game is like an 1,800 point game. So there's like this little boy standing next to you named Bobby, and he's like throwing them, and every time it goes up and it goes into the 10, and it goes up and into the 10, and you're just like throwing it up the thing, and it goes whoop, and it pops like, and it's hitting like the 100 and the 50.
I'm a natural.
And he's like, "Am I doing something wrong? Like, I can't. It just keeps like boom, boom, beep, boom, like." How do you get it to go like in the middle like that? It pops at the end.
She just looks at him and goes, some of us just have God-given talent.
Are you saying I'm not talented?
Yes.
Okay.
Savage.
As you turn to throw it, he kind of walks away and leaves his game playing.
I'm so mean. That is a 6 + a 1, 7. 7 and 18.
All right. So by the time this song is over, and you guys look back, Lucy has racked up like the 10 highest scores on the skee ball high
Nice.
score wall.
I'm skee ball queen.
Like the final bars of Walk Like an Egyptian play, and she's like gone through 10 games of skee ball. There's a little boy sitting on a bench in tears, a little ways away from the skee. You're not really sure what upset him.
Oh, well, he's not my problem.
Exactly. Not my little brother. But yeah, then I want to go find Nikki and Lisa just casually. And I'm gonna give all my arcade tickets to my brother.
He smiles when he sees the arcade tickets. He's like, "I'm gonna add them to my stash. I'm gonna buy the biggest prize in the arcade store as soon as I get enough tickets."
Yeah,
I respect that.
That's new.
I heard a rumor they're gonna get a Nintendo,
No way.
but it's gonna be like way tons of tickets. So I have to like really save them up.
I need to start saving.
Dude.
I bet you I'll be the first one with a Nintendo because my sister's the best at skee ball.
It's possible.
You know, that's not untrue. That's
Mhm.
not untrue.
But if I get the Nintendo, you guys can come over to my house and play.
Whoa.
I'd like that.
No.
That sounds nice.
No, you can't.
But I get to be first player.
Is that even
I mean, you can
established
play
yet?
like rock paper scissors for it.
I mean, I guess, but if it's my game, then it's kind of like,
Well, I mean, what's
Jake.
ownership anyway? It's not like a consumerist plot.
Jake turns to Bill and he's like, Bill, do you have any theories about Nintendo and what it does to consumers?
Well, like sometimes video games, like people say video games rot your brain, but that's a conspiracy theory. That's not true. Like,
Oh.
Is that
Yeah.
all that you have? Conspiracy?
like video games are real cool, man. They help your reflexes and your brain to like connect different pieces together that you wouldn't usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks. I think that tracks.
Exactly.
I gotta play more arcade games to train.
Yeah, that's what
It
I
helped
do.
with my karate.
Hey, Jake, I got
Exactly.
Pong on the Atari,
Oh, that would be fun.
and there's Frogger. Frogger's really great for hand-eye coordination.
I saw Frogger like on the actual road a couple days ago.
Ooh.
He didn't make it across.
I really want to get like a Commodore 64. Like that would be the best, but like I don't know. Like I think I got to stick with the Atari for now.
Probably. Well, maybe James. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Jake is like, no, I have to disengage.
So the lights start to like do the whole like where the lights are starting to come up, and you hear please proceed to skate return. Make sure you return your skates. Tuck the laces in, please, before you return your skates. And thanks for coming to Skateland, and we'll see you tomorrow night, everybody.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Is the most you ever hear Clay say is when he talks on the speaker at Skateland.
Nice. Does he have a really good voice?
Yeah, it's like this deep like DJ voice.
Nice.
Nice. Yes, I like it.
that. Okay.
Okay. Jake's gonna rush over and try to return the skates before there's a line.
Make me a flight check to see if you beat the massive rush to the line.
Oh man. Okay, it's a D8. So let's see here.
Let's see, we got to get a 6.
No, I definitely do not make it. I got a 1.
You got okay. So you get an adversity token as you try to rush to return your skates, and you were actually like sort of like balled over by the 5th grade crowd of kids, and you
So embarrassing.
Yeah, you kind of tumble down, and you actually hear a little snicker as Jerry and Lance kind of go walking by, and they're like, "Haha, look at that! See, it wasn't even us. You're always on your ass, man."
I ignore them. It's hard, but I try so hard to ignore them. I go in the opposite direction,
All right.
away from the skate return.
I was gonna say.
Just like I can't even.
Lucy's just watching this while she's waiting for James and just like snickering, like under her breath. She didn't have to return skates. She was just waiting.
Jake is so mad, but he's like, I can't start it. Is one thing when they trip me, but they didn't do anything, so I can't pick a fight with him.
She promised
seething.
peace.
Bill's probably found. Is it Nikki and Lisa?
Actually, when you look for them, they're gone.
Oh,
Yeah, did I find them? Because I wanted to talk to them too.
Okay, yeah. After you finish skee ball, you would have seen them last.
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to like grab them and just like ask them a question.
Yes, Lucy, what's up?
Did you? I know you guys don't go to school with us, but did you know Bethany Campbell at all?
Oh, I mean, Bethany and her friends Jessie and Lindsay and Barbara all used to hang out here.
Yeah. You heard about her going missing, right? Or running away or whatever.
Oh, there's a new sign out front by the cashier.
Did you ever hear them talking about it or anything?
No, I didn't. But I did I thought I saw Bethany. She was here like last Saturday, and she kind of snuck out back with Ralph Emerson. So Ralph is this kid that graduated from your high school last year.
Did I know, like, being Bethany's friend last year, were they like a thing, hooking up?
No, Ralph was kind of that, like, I'm too cool for pretty much anybody, and he was supposedly going to be the one who got out of town and was going off to the big city to college. And
Gotcha. Did I know if Bethany had a crush on him?
a lot of the girls did.
Okay, so he was that guy.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
good
Totally
looking, kind of young Kiefer Sutherland, like,
Ooh,
you know.
I dig that.
Yep. And
Lost Boys, Kiefer Sutherland.
and
Yeah.
it's a little weird though to like hear like he would have been here because he would have graduated back in June, and
Has no one seen him since then?
he supposedly was going off to school this fall and was leaving, and it's only October.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and you haven't seen like Mark or anything, right?
no, he was God, last time I saw him, just before the end of the summer, he was talking about senior year, the football team. He was going to make first string, and you know, he was trying to make things happen for, you know, when he finished school this year.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I mean, you know, me and Bethany used to be best friends, and I know her mom's probably worried sick after Mark left, and you know, I was just trying to find out if anyone heard anything.
Yeah, it's totally a shame, like, when things happen and people, you know, aren't the people you thought they were.
Yeah. I just never thought Bethany would be the type to run away, so I'm worried something more might have happened.
It's strange the things you don't know about people.
Do you know anything about Bethany like that?
No, we don't. We just know that she was, you know, she was too much worried about what other people thought we think. You know, you can't worry about those things. Life's too short.
Is there a way? It's like, is there a role that's like similar to Insight in this game?
So I would say,
Sense motive.
yeah, sense motive.
Give me sense motive. Would that be like a brains?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that? A D8. Is this my D8? Yes. Ooh, that's a 3. I
Alright,
believe her. Is that a fail? I'm gonna mark down an adversity
Yes.
token if so. Yeah.
Yep. So you definitely believe her.
Yeah, I think Lucy's just like, well, thanks guys. I just, you know, just checking up, asking around.
Okay.
Y'all, you be careful going home tonight.
Oh, don't worry. We will. We always stick together, and they kind of go arm in arm, and they
Yes.
disappear around like the arcade machines. And
That's
so when,
Question:
That's not red rum creepy at all.
Are they sisters?
what's that?
Are they sisters? I forget. Or do we not know that about them?
You know that they're Nikki and Lisa. They're always together at the Skateland. You don't remember ever seeing them outside of the rink. And when you think about it, you never have actually gotten their last name. So you don't know if they're sisters or best friends or what's the deal.
Weird homeschool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So Bill, when you come off the floor and you look for the girls, they are not there, nowhere to be seen.
Oh shit.
Like, they went around the Star Wars machine and then they're just kind of gone. And before you can look for them, there is a garbage bag kind of shoved in your face.
Oh.
Aren't you
Oh, that's right.
working?
Yeah. I was looking for garbage on the rink. Yeah.
Uh-huh. The dumpster's behind out that door, and she points to this back door with the bar on it. It's got the alarm. She goes, just flick the switch.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can see the exit sign is like the eye has gone out.
Definitely.
Bill starts getting garbage then.
What is everybody else doing? At this time, James has finished with his skates.
Yeah, she's just gathering James up, and taking him out to the car very carefully, avoiding the crowd. Yeah.
He says
She sees Jake. She's like, "You need a ride home?"
I was gonna see if Bill wanted me to wait for him, but if you don't mind waiting.
He can come too. I don't care.
we can put your bike in the trunk with mine.
Will it fit?
We got rope. We can tie it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just tie it to the back of the car.
It definitely seems safe. Well, you can do that.
Okay.
It's the 80s. We can do anything.
I know. It's all right. I'm like, it's
Limitless.
So while you guys are securing the bicycles, Bill, you're cleaning up inside.
Yep.
You fill up your garbage can.
Roll it out towards where the dumpster is. Flick the thing like she said.
You just hear Lucy going, "Bill, hurry up!"
Bill's just like, yeah.
If you find Mothman back there, don't bring him.
Whoa, wait, you see Mothman back there?
When you do a look left and right, you see in the shadows by the edge of the building.
Oh God!
You see the little red flare of somebody drawing on like a cigarette, and it kind of it just barely lights up that there's somebody sort of hunched down sitting against the wall of the skate rink.
Outside?
Yeah,
Like that.
outside.
Okay. Bill will leave the trash can he has and sort of duck down and peek around.
So you peek around the corner and you again see the little light of the...
Okay. Just standing there?
It's kind of sort of on his haunches, leaned against the building, kind of sitting on his butt on the ground.
Bill will approach cautiously.
Bill.
You see this brawny figure. As you get closer, you get a smell kind of like old garbage coming off of him. He's got a knit cap on his head, kind of couple days old beard.
Mm-hmm.
And he just sort of looks up as you're approaching and...
Hey, man. What's up?
Stars.
Yeah, I've heard about them. Yeah. You see any, non-stars up there, man?
I saw a shooting star.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I saw one 15 years ago, too. My parents say I was too young when I was 2 to remember, but I remember. And, I think that's where I started to, get into UFOs. You know about that?
That's that, those flying things that nobody can tell you why they're flying.
Yeah. Unidentified flying objects. They also have USOs, unidentified submerged objects. But, we don't get those around here.
Uh-huh.
The family down at the truck stop said that they saw some lights the other night. I don't know. You've been out here watching stars? You see anything like that, man?
I seen some weird stuff, that's for sure.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff? Bill pulls out his notebook.
I seen some of them kids that wandered off.
Whoa, like Bethany Campbell? Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, she's kind of hot, but she's kind of a bitch too. You know? Like you know her when.
Dick, Bill.
I know. Like you know her when you see her.
Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Like, I don't know what you're smoking, man. I don't judge, but like, you know, she smoked stuff too. So maybe you like smoked with her. I don't know.
No, this is a
I don't know how that
It's a Pall Mall. You want one?
No, man. That'll screw you up.
Okay.
Bill like looks around like where have you seen the kids? Anywhere specific?
I mean,
train tracks?
Oh yeah, there by the truck stop. There was one of them over here the other night with some boy. She disappeared with him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bill writes this information down.
You're always writing in that notebook.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Helps me collect my thoughts, you know. Don't want to forget anything.
Well, you know, you don't want them falling out of your head.
Yeah, it's true.
It's bad
true.
when your thoughts fall out of your head.
I have heard that. You know, like in the 60s and shit, the government did that sort of thing. Mind experiments, you know?
Yeah, I do. I know that. I've seen things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your name, man? I've seen you around a few times.
You see me?
Yeah, like earlier today, I think.
Where'd you see me?
You were down by the truck stop, right?
Are you following me?
No. I mean, I was just looking in the woods, man.
Are you?
I take out trash, different places, you know.
Is that your thing? You're like the garbage boy?
Yeah. I mean, that's what Lucy calls me, my friend. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you with them?
I'm a loner. I'm not with anybody, man. I'm a me, not a them, you know?
He kind of eyes you up and down, and he's like, I don't know if I can trust you or not. And then he disappears.
What, like just...
He just disappears. He's just not there.
What? You guys probably hear Bill like, oh my god, out from the back. And he comes like charging into the building like, guys.
We're out front waiting at Lucy's car.
You run in,
Okay.
and Marge is behind the snack stand as you like barrel through, and she just watches you go. It's Edna, but I keep calling her Marge.
Jake's actually behind the building at this point.
Oh, yeah. Lucy was like, Jake, go get him. I can't wait much longer. I have a curfew.
You hear Bill like yell as you're like coming around the corner, and he's like just looking at this spot, like, Jake, what? There was a guy here, and he just fucking disappeared.
There was a lot of people here who just left.
No, dude. And he like walks up, and he's like, dude, he disappeared. Like turned invisible, like a fucking cloaking device.
What? Are you
like Star Trek?
now?
No. You know I don't smoke. No.
I thought maybe you had a first bad reaction or something.
You ever seen Star Trek where they just like with the transporter,
The beam thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
It was like that, but without like any lights or noise. He's like gone.
Yeah, Lucy's walked over, like told James to get in the car. He's like, What? I have a curfew. We have to go.
Okay, we're going.
Okay,
all right,
okay.
Bill.
I'll tell you in the car.
Bill, tell me in the car.
Okay.
I think maybe you just need to get some sleep, though. Because what you're saying is crazy, even for you.
It happened. I swear.
As they're getting in the car, Lucy's like, What happened? What is going on? Why are you being weirder than normal?
So you're like in the driver's seat, and he's in the back, and he like comes up, and he's like, "There's a guy behind the building," and he like looks over at your brother, and is like, "There's a guy behind the building," and he disappeared. I swear. And he said he saw Bethany, and he saw Mark, and he saw what is that guy? Ralph? Is that the one? He said he saw him.
Wait,
That sounds like a creep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably.
Wait.
Probably kind of a pervert. I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, Bill, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Take a breath.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm breathing.
Saw them. Where did he see them?
When did he see him?
Let's entertain the idea that you weren't just having some kind of weird trip from whatever the hell it is that Edna cooks in that kitchen. But where did he see them?
Well, he said he saw Bethany and Ralph, or well, he didn't know their names, but I mean, I'm assuming he saw them like here at Skateland a couple nights ago.
That checks out. Nikki and Lisa said that too to me.
Oh, okay. So you saw. Okay, yeah.
I've been asking around because I don't think Bethany would have left on her own.
Jake says, "Yeah, this is the only place to be. Of course they saw them here. Where else are you gonna go?"
Well, he said he saw him by the truck stop. You know where the Hernandez's work. You know,
Crazy Nandez's.
Yeah. I saw the same guy over there earlier today too.
Oh,
coincidence?
You sure it's the same guy? You sure?
I mean, he was smoking and he had like a cap.
Okay,
I didn't see his face.
There's a lot of those kinds at the truck stop, Bill. You have to admit that.
Okay, granted. But he said he saw the kids at the train tracks too, and the Hernandez. Okay, listen, you're gonna say I'm crazy again, Lucy, but
I mean, I say that a lot.
You do. Hernandez has said they saw lights a couple days ago at the train tracks. What if these kids are getting like
trains have lights?
No, like in the sky.
Mm.
What if these kids? What if like fucking Bethany got like kidnapped by aliens? Like abductee type stuff.
Bill, aliens aren't real.
Jake turns to Bill and he's like, you think they're gonna probe her?
Okay, look, Lucy punches like hard as she can Jake's shoulder.
James is like,
and then she like after she punches the shit out of Jake, she like turns and gives James the meanest big sister look. She's not having that. It's our old friend. No.
Oh my goodness. Said like that's typical alien behavior. I heard from like experiencer stories. So
Bill, don't.
What?
Okay.
You know, not believing in them is what they want you to do, Lucy. So you're kind of buying in to their master plan here.
I don't think she.
Ever think about that?
I will pull this car over and make you walk home.
I mean, I would not like to do that.
All right, let's table this till tomorrow. It's pretty late.
It's pretty,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
all right. So who do you drop off first?
What's the order? I don't know who lives closer.
I would say Jake probably lives closer to Skateland.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go in the order of whoever lives like is easiest.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And when she's alone in the car with Bill, she's so mad and annoyed.
Bill just is like looking out the window like
James is like, did he really disappear? Like poof, gone?
James, don't just James.
What?
We'll talk about it later.
But Bill said he disappeared.
He did.
Bill says a lot of that. Bill, he's 9.
I know he's 9.
I'm gonna be 10 next month.
The sooner he learns the truth about things, the better.
Oh my God, Bill.
Like you're holding your brother back, Lucy.
When she gets like close, she's going probably faster than she needs to. When she gets close to Bill's house, she slams on the brakes as hard as she can.
Ow.
James's bike sort of like comes undone, and you hear it clink, clink, clink. And James is like, "Lucy, my bike! Oh, come on!" He gets out of the car and goes to pick up his bike and reattach to the car. And you are left alone for a moment with Bill.
Bill grabs his backpack. Can you unlock the door for me?
We'll talk tomorrow. And she unlocks the door.
I like to think that he is like, "Can you unlock?" And she does the reach over.
The reach, yeah.
We'll talk. And like eyes locked on yours. We'll talk tomorrow. 100%.
Oh my god, I love it. And Bill gets out and he makes sure James has his bike back up. He's like,
"Thanks, Bill. So, you really disappeared then, huh? Like, gone."
Don't tell your sister, but yes.
I think I'm gonna go buy a notebook from the hardware store tomorrow and start keeping notes too.
Dude, I have spare notebooks. Just like come find me. Like I'll get you one.
Okay, I can do that. And don't forget, Saturday we're competing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bill like slings his roller skates over his shoulder and like goes inside. No.
James gets back in the car and smiles at Lucy. Bill's gonna give me a notebook.
Oh no!
when he says that, Lucy just like angrily puts the car into drive and is just shaking her head, going home. Yeah, she's done. She's so done with this day.
There's a big poof, like blowback from the car as it takes off. She maybe grinds the gears a little bit.
Probably. She probably spins out for a moment as she goes.
So, Jake, you go home.
Yep.
And
I eat ice cream.
Yep. So you go in. You get some ice cream, and you kind of look around, and you're a little surprised. Your mom and dad aren't home, but there's a note on the fridge. And it just says, "Dinner's in the fridge. If you want it, heat it up."
He puts the ice cream back, and he gets the dinner.
There's like pork chops, mashed potatoes, and some green beans.
He definitely heats it up.
Yep, it's all wrapped in tin foil for you to put in the oven and heat up.
Oh, nice.
That's such an 80s thing. I love it.
What do you do while your food's heating up?
Well, I guess trying to be diligent. If he's got any homework left, he'll take a pass out of it. He's got to finish up this report for history class. And I think his report, Jake is very proud of it, but it is not very good. But Jake doesn't realize that, so he's like, "I'm getting an A for sure this time. I'll show Bill who gets A's." And then, do they have TV in the 80s?
Yes, we had TV in the 80s.
Okay.
Oh, Ian, why?
Wow.
Hey, I was born in '94, so that's too much information for the internet. But
No.
Wow.
yeah, so he flips on the TV, just the bunny ears.
We actually had cable boxes too.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
It was the dial on top of the TV.
Oh.
You could turn it,
actually, my family still has a dial box.
My grandma had one.
Yeah, so we have an antenna on top of our house. Anyways, so yeah, he puts on.
So
some
flipping
cartoons.
through, as you flip through, you kind of flip past. The Wonder Years is on. It's this great new show that just premiered this fall. There's also another new show that just started this fall. It's this like family drama with like this wife and husband called Roseanne.
Oh God! You know how that turned out.
But you kind of keep flipping through, and you eventually come to Nickelodeon.
try and do some homework while watching the TV because that's real productive.
And you hear it sounds like somebody walking past the living room window on the side of the house.
Does that freak me out? How far is that from the driveway?
The driveway's on the side by the kitchen.
Okay. Jake runs. Well, no, he with all the disappearances, I think maybe he's a little freaked out. So he goes to his bag and he pulls out his nunchucks. And he's like,
I love every part of this plan.
and he's just gonna creep up to the window and part the curtain just a little bit to put one eye through and be like, what's going on?
You see it looks like somebody disappearing around the back corner of the house, but you don't, it's just a quick glimpse as in the moonlight they vanish from sight.
Into my yard?
Yeah, behind your house.
Jake goes to the back. Is there a back window I can look out?
Yeah, you've got a back door. There's the mud room off the back. Mom's washer and dryer are back there.
All right, I'm gonna go back there with my nunchucks ready.
So you open the
Wishing I grabbed the bow staff instead, but it's neither here nor there.
So you look out the window and it looks like there's somebody kind of hiding by your back door, just alongside the window.
Can I tell who it is?
It's hard to tell. There's not any real light back there.
I was gonna ask, is there a light that I can turn on, a back porch light?
There
and
is
try
a
to freak
switch at
them
the back
out.
door for the light in the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to flip that on.
You flick the switch, but the back light does not go on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And this is when Jake dies.
Jake's gonna... Oh, man. Okay, wait. So he's hot-tempered and restless. Is he smart enough to call the police?
What's your brain score?
Not good. It is, I'm pretty sure, a 4. I think he's gonna, try to jump out.
Oh,
I mean, that's a Jake thing. Let's be
Jake's gonna
real.
be I think he's confident. He's I'm almost a black belt. I could take this. And he's gonna throw open the door and try to jump out at him and corner him against the house and be like, "What are you doing in my yard?"
All right, so you leap out the back door. Make me if you want to grab him, I'd say make me a brawn check just to sort of try and pin whoever this is behind the house.
A brawn check?
Yeah, because it's kind of how sturdy you are to kind of get a hold of him.
Right.
And it's going to be against his.
Okay, so I rolled a natural 12.
So you can roll again.
Yeah, so we're exploding this.
Yes.
Oh, that's only a 1. So 12 plus 1 plus 1 because I'm brawn, so 14.
All right, so you leap out, and you realize as you leap and grab for this person, they're actually maybe a head height taller than you. And you sort of pin them against the side of the house. Surprisingly, you actually get them in a firm grip. You kind of get their arm behind their back and you pin them, and you hear the whoosh of breath kind of go out of their lungs as you slam them against the house. And in that instant, you realize that it's Lance, Jerry's buddy, Lance.
Lance, what are you doing here?
So you know that Lance lives 2 blocks over. And he says, so somebody grabbed Jerry. We were leaving Skateland, and I was chasing them, and then they started chasing me. So I was trying to hide.
What? Why didn't you get an adult, you dingus? As the irony of the situation does not dawn on him at all.
Nope.
I didn't see one. I just took off.
Well, did you get a look at what this guy looked like?
No, he came out of the back alley behind Skateland and just grabbed hold of him.
Lance, are you fucking with me?
No, there was a bunch of them too. It was him, and then there was more of them. And
so more than one guy. Your story is changing here.
Yeah. Well, no, there was one at first, and I was oh, you're not gonna touch my buddy. And then there was other people in the alley. I just saw their
Jake,
eyes.
rips his arm up because it's like tucked behind his back, and he's like, "Are you lying to me?"
No, I'm not lying.
All right, if you're not lying to me, let's go inside, and why don't you call somebody about this?
Okay. Ah, you're gonna break my arm, Jake. Don't break my arm.
I throw him inside the house, and I slam the door shut, and I lock it.
He goes inside.
I'm like, "There's the telephone."
He goes over the wall phone. He picks up the phone, and he starts dialing his house number. I'm gonna see if my dad will pick me up. And he kind of stands.
Shouldn't you call Jerry's parents or something?
He puts his finger on the phone. He's like, nobody answered at my house.
Okay.
Dad's probably at the bar.
Oh God.
Okay. What about Jerry's parents?
Okay. And so he dials another number. And he holds the phone up. A couple seconds go by. You can hear the ringing, and then he's like, "No, he's not home either. I mean, his mom and dad work third shift though."
Oh, so that makes sense. Well,
can your dad get me a ride home?
Well, my parents aren't home right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when they're getting home. I guess we could, if you want to stay here for a little bit, we could ask them when they get home.
Do I smell pork chops?
Yeah, but they're my pork chop. How many pork chops are there?
There were 2 pork chops.
I say, you can have half a pork chop.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
He goes in and he sits
there's
at the
some
table.
Potatoes and green beans, I guess, too.
Okay. He sits down and he smells pretty good.
Yeah, my mom knows how to, or actually no, my dad knows how to cook. He's home all the time.
Yeah, my mom left, so I usually have cereal for dinner.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that why you're so mean?
Well, maybe. I mean, Jerry says it's, we should be mean to other kids.
Well, Jerry's a dick.
He's kind of a dick. But he's my best friend.
You should think about who you're friends with.
Okay. And he takes his pork chop. Meanwhile,
I give him the small one.
He looks like he's gonna argue and then looks over his shoulder at the windows and thinks better of it and goes to eating his small pork chop.
If I look out the window, do I see anyone that looked like they were chasing?
So you look out the window and you see about half a block away husky coated man smoking a cigarette leaning against a light pole.
I grab a lance and I say, "Was that the dude?"
He looks at what? He does the whole thing where he gets to the windowsill and he's under it, and you see this big bully kid kind of come up like this. No, I don't know who that is.
Okay, me neither. How weird is it that there's someone in the neighborhood that also, okay, wait, 2 questions. How weird is that there's a stranger in the neighborhood? And 2, does Jake think that this is the guy Bill was talking about?
There's similarities that you think, but how much did you believe Bill that there was a guy that disappeared in the alley?
Not that much, but then that makes me think to see a dude standing around in a weird coat smoking a cigarette, even if I didn't believe him, I'm like, oh my God. Was Bill right? So, I don't know.
Meanwhile, as you have your little moment of wondering, Bill, you get home.
Mm-hmm.
You go inside.
Yeah.
The house is quiet. Doesn't look like
Naturally.
anybody's home. What are you doing?
Bill will go right upstairs to his bedroom or whatever. Well, if it's 2-story, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it could be
Okay.
a colonial.
Yeah. So he goes up there and he goes to his room. There's posters all over the walls. It's kind of it's pretty well kept for the most part. He has like action figures and like imported anime tapes like set up on a shelf.
Yes.
All,
he has-
Nerd.
all VHS.
All VHS, exactly.
Do you
Like-
have like your
like-
own little like TV with like a like you kind of got like a secondhand VCR from the hardware
Probably.
store?
Probably. He probably like fixed it himself. It was like probably half broken. He was like, oh, I can do this. And he has like his radio half built on his desk or whatever. And his Civil War project for history is also there. He has a lot of stuff on his desk.
She's just hanging out.
Yeah. He just drops his backpack, his roller skates, puts them up, just gets to work on either the radio or the project. One of the two.
All right, so you work for a while. You kind of lose track of time for a little bit,
Mhm.
and at some point you think about it, and you're like, Mom and Dad still aren't home. It's a little weird.
It's a little weird. Like, he's used to them getting home specific time, like every single night.
Mhm.
So it's like, so he puts a little final touch on whatever he's working on. And he goes downstairs and he looks around. He looks out the window at the driveway. No cars.
No cars.
Fuck. All right. He's gonna go to the phone. He's gonna try calling the hospital, see if his mom is still there.
All right, so the phone rings a few times, and then you hear on the other end, Southbridge Memorial Hospital, can I help you?
Yeah. Is Dawn Schultz there?
Hang on, let me put you on hold and see if she's on the floor. You hear the little
Bill opens like a bag of chips and starts eating.
Couple, maybe like a minute and a half go by. Voice comes by. Hi, it looks like Dawn signed out at 6 tonight.
6? What time is it right now?
It's like 10 o'clock.
Holy shit. Okay, that's what I thought.
That was legitimate Dylan worry, not even Bill worry.
That was, yeah. Did she say anything when she was leaving?
I didn't see her sign out tonight. Maybe Betty did. Do you want me to check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hang on again.
Continues eating chips.
About 2 minutes go by. Phone comes back. Hi.
Hey.
Betty said that she planned to stop by the stop and go and pick up some groceries, and was heading home for the night.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's every. Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening. Click.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Hangs up. Okay. Bill is going to go upstairs. He's going to grab a flashlight and his backpack. And he is going to go outside and start walking to the grocery store.
Okay. So Bill leaves the house and heads for the grocery store downtown.
Yep.
All right. Meanwhile, Lucy, you and James get home. James jumps out of the car, grabs his bike, detangles the ropes and things like that off the back of the car, and wheels his bike into the garage.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Yeah, I think I just I'm like standing beside the car watching him, making sure like, you know, he does everything, gets his bike in the garage and everything, and then I go to the door, unlock it, and just wait for him. You know, it's just like it's just routine. You know, wait for him to come. I push him inside and then lock the door behind us. Can I usually when we come back, like, and it's this time, I imagine like my curfew's like 10:30 or 11 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, like, our dad's probably in the lazy boy, and the TV's playing, and he's asleep. Do I hear the snoring in the TV?
You hear the TV, but you don't hear the snoring.
James, why don't you go on to bed?
Math homework?
I'll do your. We'll work on it in the morning, okay?
Haha, okay, great.
Yeah, I'm going to go turn the TV off.
All right, you walk in, and the TV's on, but your dad's not sitting in the recliner.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go in the kitchen. Anything seem out of the ordinary?
The radio is playing above the sink, but otherwise, no.
Okay, I turn it off.
Okay.
And like still like a little weirded out that my dad's not there. I go back toward the bedrooms and like I peek my head into his bedroom. Is he there?
Nope, he's not there.
Oh no. Okay, so I don't bother James, but I go back out into the kitchen. And I get out the phone book and I call like the only place I think maybe he would be, like the local like dive bar.
Okay. So you call, and the phone rings a couple times, and then you hear a, "Hello?"
Yeah, is James Kincaid there?
Nah, kinda quiet here tonight, actually.
Oh, has he come by? Did he come by earlier, or have you seen him?
No, he stopped in last night.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah. Lucy's actually worried. She's gonna call the police.
Okay.
She has a good head on her shoulders.
Somebody with sense.
I'm like, you
Someone
two
has
idiots.
to.
Yeah, she's calling the police station.
Well, to be fair, I had a note from my parents.
That is true. I'll give you that one. Yeah, I think she's going to like her house is probably set up where she's like standing by the kitchen sink, looking out the window and like on the phone.
Okay, so you call, and after a couple of rings, you hear, "Good evening, Officer Jones speaking, Southridge Police Department. How can I help you?"
Hey, this is James Kincaid's daughter, Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
Hey, I just got back from the skating rink. It's pretty late. Dad's not home. Have you seen him or you heard anything?
No, it's pretty quiet. I haven't heard anything. No calls have come in.
Well, like you know, Dad, he sticks to a routine, and it's very weird for him not to be here.
I can ask one of the patrol cars to go by the store. See
Yeah.
if maybe he ended up having to stay late, Lucy.
Yeah, would you do that? Ever since Mom died, he doesn't really break off of normal stuff.
Sure, I'll send a dispatch with Officer Phelps.
Yeah, thanks. I'll stay up pretty late. Stay by the phone.
All right then. I'll give you a call back if I need to.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
No problem. And he hangs up the phone. And as you're hanging up the phone on your end, you see a couple of like bikers kind of ride by on their bicycles down your street. You do a double take, and you recognize. You see Bethany riding alongside Ralph.
I'm running out as quick as I can.
All right, you run outside.
Yelling, Bethany! Bethany, what are you doing? Like, just yelling.
So they come to a stop, and there's a third boy with them that you don't recognize. And Bethany's like, Oh, hello, Lucy. How are you?
Does she look normal?
She's kind of wearing, like, jean jacket, t-shirt, a little skirt. She's got, like, this, her hair pulled back with barrettes. And she just kind of smiles. And she's like, we're taking a ride. Do you want to come with us?
Bethany, where have you been? Your mom is worried sick about you.
Oh, no. Mom's not worried anymore. It's fine.
Did you go see her?
Oh, no. No, I didn't go see her, but it's all been taken care of. Do you want to come with us? And as she's saying it, Ralph's getting off his bike. He kind of puts his kickstand down. He turns around, he smiles, and he's like,
No.
hi. How's it going, Lucy?
I can't. My dad's not home. I'm waiting to. I called the police. They're looking for him. I can't go with you.
Ralph's
What?
like, are you sure you don't want to come along?
Yeah. I have to watch my brother. Bethany,
can come
where have you
too.
been?
She's like, I've been hanging out with Ralph. We're going to be at the skate competition on Saturday. Are you going to go?
I don't know if I'm going anymore. Yeah, I think so. Are you gonna come home?
I mean, I technically am home.
Bethany, do you want to come inside?
I mean, if you want me to, I'll definitely come inside.
Maybe you should come inside and we should call your mom.
I mean, I don't think she'll be there, but sure, I can come inside and call my mom.
Like this?
So she kind of gives Ralph a kiss on the cheek, and she's like, I'm going to go call my mom with Lucy, and then maybe I can convince her to come for a bike ride.
I don't want to go on a bike ride.
Well, let's go call my mom, and then we'll decide.
Okay.
And she just kind of skips toward the house.
Oh no. Yeah, Lucy looks at Ralph one more time and then follows after Bethany.
He winks.
Oh, I don't like him. Yeah, as Lucy gets into the house, she closes the door and locks it very tight. And she's like, "Yeah, come in here." Bethany leads her to the kitchen.
Okay. Do you want me to call my mom?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. So she takes the phone and she just dials her mom's phone number and turns around toward the window. She kind of waves out the window. She's like, yeah, there's no answer at my house. Here, do you want to try?
Yeah. And Lucy pushes the receiver down and calls. No answer?
Nope, it rings and rings. She kind of skips over and looks in the living room. And she's like, I haven't been in here in a long time. We used to hang out all the time.
Yeah, we did. Bethany, what's going on?
She's like, I'm hanging out with Ralph now, but he said that you can hang out with us too.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
Are you sure?
I'm really sure. You're not acting like normal, Bethany.
Normal's so boring.
I don't know, I sort of like normal. It's really comforting.
I am a little thirsty though. Do you have anything to drink?
Yeah. And Lucy goes and gets a glass out of the dish drainer and just pours her some water from the sink.
So when you turn around, she's kind of come right up on you and is leaning over your shoulder.
Oh God. Yeah, and Lucy just you okay, Bethany?
As you say that and look, you can see there's a bathroom off your kitchen, and you see yourself facing the mirror. But there is nobody there.
But I don't see Bethany?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna act cool. I'm gonna be cool. I'm not gonna act like I've seen that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Act cool. I'm just gonna lean up and give her the water.
She takes the glass and just kind of holds it, smiling at you.
So I have school in the morning, Bethany. So you should probably go hang out with Ralph, and I'm gonna make sure James is, asleep.
Oh, James, how's he doing? And she puts the water on the counter, and she's like, I want to go say hi. Did he just go to bed?
He's asleep. Yeah, he had a
skip toward the stairs.
No, yeah. Can I grab her? Can I please grab her?
Sure. Make me I'd say a flight, because you're like quickly trying to grab at her.
Oh, that's a D4. That's a D4 there, Jeanette.
I know.
I rolled a 4, so I can.
Oh, you're exploding. That. Yes.
I rolled another 4.
Oh, keep exploding.
I rolled a 3.
All right, so
that's pretty good.
4 and 3. Do you have anything to add to it?
So I have protective as a skill. I'm protecting my brother.
Okay, let's see.
Add 3 to rolls when defending one of your friends. That's
yeah.
Protective.
So
wow.
You have a 14. So yeah, so you like grab hold of her, and for a second you're like surprised, like it's hard to move her, but you sort of get yourself between her and the stairs. She just kind of looks at you with that little sad face, like.
Yeah, Bethany, he's asleep. He's young. He needs sleep more than we do.
I don't need to sleep.
Yeah. I think you should probably go now. And I'm just like going to lead her to the door and unlock it. I really like for you to go now. I'd hate for Dad to come home and me to have people past curfew. He doesn't like that at all.
She says, she looks like right at you, like into your eyes, and she says, I think you want to come with me. I want you to make me roll your grit and charm and add them together, please.
I knew it.
That's a D20 and a D10. Okay, that is a 18 for grit.
Ooh.
Charm. Wait, is this the D10? Yes. That's a 9 for charm.
All right.
Wow.
So you, for just a second, like, you're just like, maybe no.
No!
But you just get this, like, for just a second, you almost feel like, yeah, you want to do it. And then you, like, force the thought away.
Yeah, no. I'm really thankful for the offer, Bethany, but I think you should. I'll see you Saturday, right? You're going to be at the rink.
I mean, I guess so. But
Yeah.
I don't want to disappoint Ralph, so I mean, I didn't want to have to do this way, but and you see like her teeth start to elongate.
No!
And then she all of a sudden like goes flying backward out the door and stumbles across the driveway and lands on her ass. And you see this hulking, like, burly figure step into view, blocking the door. It's got a dirty coat, smells like garbage, and has a knit cap. And you can just see the end of a cigarette in his mouth.
Oh my god! I think Lucy's just like standing there, and literally she just goes, I gotta call Bill.
And Jake, where you were at home, you saw the guy under the streetlight. He's there 1 second. You look back to do the food with Lance, and when you look out the window, he's not there.
So I didn't see him disappear. He's just gone.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to tell Bill about that in the morning.
All right, so the guy turns around and looks at you, Lucy, and he says, you should be careful who you invite into your house.
Well, I know that now. Just 1 second. I'm literally turning and running and calling Bill.
So you run and you call Bill's house, and it rings, and it rings, and there's no answer at Bill's house.
Bill!
As Bill left his house and took a flashlight to go to the local grocery store.
God damn it, Bill. If he just said that, I'm calling Jake.
Oh my god.
He slammed the phone down. The man...
God damn it, Bill!
The man kind of stands like sort of halfway in your doorway, halfway out, with his back to you now and looking outside. And you hear like Bethany sort of like, no, he like threw me, and I think he grabbed my hair, and let's just go. Oh, she's not fun anymore anyway. And you see the bikes kind of ride up the road away. They give a long glance back at this man standing in the doorway.
I don't know who you are, but please come inside.
He turns around, he looks at you over his shoulder, and he's like, the whole inviting someone in. I mean, it's fine from you're inviting me in, but you should be careful who you invite in your house.
I mean, I get that now.
Well, oh, all right. He kind of like looks around, and then he steps inside.
I'm just like saying that and just dialing Jake's number very quickly.
So, Jake, you are finishing up a pork chop. You notice this man disappeared that was outside. Lance has eaten his half of a pork chop, and he's looking forlornly at your other half of a pork chop. And the phone rings, and Lance jumps and knocks over his glass of water that he has in front of him.
I throw a towel at Lance. I'm like, clean that up. And then I run to the phone and I pick it up. I'm like, Mom?
Listen. Bill was right. Holy shit.
What do you mean?
Literally come to my house right now.
Well, Lance is here.
I don't give a shit. Leave him or bring him. Come right now.
Oh, man. Okay.
Just trust me. Come. You know where the key is in the back door. It's underneath the rock. Just come in. Come on.
Okay.
Come right now.
Okay. Let me get Lance. So then I take the note. I hang up. And I'll take the note from my parents and I'll scribble it. And I'm like, late night study session at Lucy's. And then I say, let's go, Lance. We're going on an adventure.
What? We're going back outside?
Yeah, we're going to Lucy's house.
He, like, perks up and he's like, oh, okay.
I'm pointing a finger at him. I'm like, watch yourself.
I'll watch myself. I can't watch myself. My eyes are in my own head.
Okay, never mind. Let's go. You got your bike?
Can we go by we gotta pass my house.
Oh, I just realized I didn't tell Jake to be really careful and watch out for people on bikes. Oh, no.
Okay, I get on my bike. Does my bike have pegs? Probably not.
No. He'll jog alongside you to his house. It's just it's just 2 blocks up.
Yeah, we'll just walk the bike.
Yeah. And
quickly.
He grabs his bike from inside in the garage.
And then we take off, and I'm like, keep up, Lance, and I'm like, so fast.
Yeah, he'll ride after you. So, meanwhile...
Sacrifice him if you have to.
Meanwhile, Bill.
Oh, yeah?
So you left your house.
I did.
You're heading for the stop and go there? The stop and shop coffee?
Yeah.
Alright, so you head downtown. It's not too far from your house to downtown.
Okay.
There's the coffee stop and go. There's the Southridge Library is kind of like 2 blocks up. The hardware store is across the street from the stopping and shop. On the second floor is the radio station. It's up above. And the auto parts store that Mr. Kincaid owns is next to the hardware store. So you come riding down. It's after 10 now. Or actually, you went skating down.
Yeah.
All right, so you come skating down, and you see it looks like things are mostly dark. Like the hardware store, the auto parts shop, the lights are out. It does look like there's a light still on up in the radio station, but you know that it usually goes all night. And it looks like the stop and shop is closed up, but there is like still somebody inside you can see in the windows sort of stocking the shelves.
Okay.
You also notice as you ride up, you can see like the side parking lot behind the hardware store, and there's a black van parked kind of kitty corner in the back of the parking lot. There's like no markings on it. There's no like detailing of anything, no like logos, and it doesn't appear to have a back marker plate on it. It's just kind of parked there. And you've never seen that van before.
No, but Bill thinks he knows what it is. So where's it parked?
It's across the street behind the hardware store and the auto parts store.
Okay.
So the opposite side of the street from the grocery store.
Bill looks at the van, and he looks at the grocery store, and then he goes over to the grocery store, and he's sort of like, is it like a glass front? So
yeah,
he could...
it's got like glass windows. You can see there's like a stand for like the baked goods in the morning with the coffee.
Okay. So he like rolls over to the glass, and he just sort of like knocks, tries to get the person inside's attention.
So you knock on the window, and the person stocking the shelves doesn't seem to notice right away, and you realize it looks like they've got like a Walkman with a headset on as they're doing it.
Shit.
Bobbing their head to something.
I just look around the parking lot. Are there any like cars in the parking lot?
There are not any cars in the parking lot. There is a bicycle locked to the rack alongside the building.
Okay. Well, Bill assumes his mom's not here then. He's kind of like, fuck. And he looks over at the van again, and he... Oh, well, I'm here. And he's gonna take off his skates, and he's gonna sort of walk over there, check it out.
All right, you walk over. You can just kind of hear the low like music playing from the radio station as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of come behind the store. You don't see anybody back there.
Okay. Can I look in the van? Are the windows like... they're tinted, right?
Mm-hmm. They're dark tint.
So if I looked in, I couldn't see anybody, especially not at this time of night.
You got pretty good brains. You probably, as you're getting closer, you probably think that before you get right up close to it.
Okay. Oh, shit. Can I find, like, somewhere to hunker down and just, like, watch?
Sure.
Stake out the stakeout, man.
So, you have some choices. So, there's, so you have both the hardware store and the auto parts store. The back doors are back there.
Okay.
There's also, like, a fence on the back of the tree line. And there's, like, foliage and stuff. You could maybe hide in there. There's also a side stair that leads up to the radio station, and there's like a little side porch that's sort of closed in there.
I'll go there.
Okay.
I'll sort of duck down behind the stairs, like keep my eye sort of on that section of the road.
Okay. So meanwhile, back at Lucy's house, a couple of bikes come pulling up, and you see Jake with Lance shadowing him come riding up.
She said there's like a key in the back door. I guess I just go grab that.
Yeah, because at this point, Lucy's like in the living room, like eyes locked on this man, this stranger.
He's sort of like just...
She's like, don't smoke in my house.
He puts it out like on a plate. A couple of minutes go by, and he like takes one out and lights it without thinking about it.
Don't smoke in my house.
Can I open a window and lean out the window?
No.
All right.
You shouldn't smoke anyway. It's bad for you.
Jake barges in. What is going on?
Bethany Why do you have Lance, for one?
Lance is like, hey.
This dingus was sneaking around my backyard. I almost broke his arm.
She looks at Lance and goes, lock the back door right now.
He does.
Okay.
Who is this dude?
This is the guy that Bill saw.
Wait, no, I saw the guy Bill saw. He was on my street corner.
This is him. Listen.
How'd he get from my place to your place so fast?
I don't know. But listen. I came home and Dad wasn't here, which you know is really weird.
Okay.
But then I saw Bethany and Ralph Emerson on bikes outside of my house. And I went out there to talk to Bethany. And she was acting really weird. But she came in the house and she's like a vampire.
No, she's not. She's a cheerleader. I know they're both scary and suck the soul out of you, but they're not the same.
Jake, she didn't have a reflection. She had long teeth. She tried to attack me. And then this guy, I don't know your name, sir. I'm really sorry. He saved me. Look, I know I sound like Bill. Any other time I'd be really, really offended that I sound like him, but this is real. You know me, Jake. I'm really level-headed, and I'm not crazy. This happened.
Okay, Lucy. So I turn to the stranger and I say, "Can you disappear?"
God damn it!
How much are you willing to pay me for that?
$0.
My skills are worth more than $0. And he lights another cigarette.
Don't smoke in my house!
Is this dude's like a big burly dude?
Yeah, he's thick across the chest. Have you ever seen Jay and Silent Bob? Think of like kind of Kevin Smith but taller, like thick in the chest, with a big coat, and he's got a knit cap on his head.
So hey, what's your name for one?
Philip.
Okay, Philip. Mm-hmm. How did you know to be here to save me? Because you are the reason I'm not dead or like undead. What are I don't know.
I think you have to die first, so you would have definitely died at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Did you call Bill?
I tried. He's not home. No one answered.
Did the vampires get him?
I don't know. I hope. I mean, he's really weird, but I don't want him to die.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Philip is watching you both talk. Lance is sitting on the couch.
Will you answer my question, please?
What was your question again?
How did you know to be here?
Also your name. Wait, did we get his name?
I'm Philip.
Philip.
Pay attention, Jake.
Keep up, Jake. Keep up.
I only have a 4 for brains, so...
Philip looks at you and says, Jake, you need to pay more attention.
Yeah, people have been telling me that my whole life.
Lucy looks at Jake and goes, are you hungry? Do you need to eat? My fridge is open.
Me? Yeah, I always need to eat.
Would I help you pay attention? Go get some food.
I go get some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's probably tons of leftovers that Lucy's cooked.
Like, no.
How did you know to be here, Philip? Because you saved my ass.
I don't know. I've just been watching everybody, and a lot of weird things have been going on around this town, and I don't know. I just got a sense that you might be in trouble. You're always so good with your little brother, and it just seemed like, I don't know. I just had a feeling.
Are you sure your name's Philip, not Tom? Because it sounds like you're peeping Tom. Everybody.
Come on, Jake. He saved my life.
That's fair.
He looks at Jake, who probably now has the fridge open. And
I have macaroni in my mouth at this point. Like, that was between like munches.
I'm there now, baby dog.
So what are you holding, like a cold Tupperware container of macaroni and cheese?
Yeah. I'm eating some right out of the bowl. And do we have microwaves? A microwave is going.
The bowl like leaves your hand.
No, come back.
And just sort of floats across and starts to tip over the sink.
No, that's such wasteful. I think Jake starts to like break down a little bit.
So this is another mechanic of this game is it's a powered character. So, but the catch is, since you guys help to control these things and control the story, you get to know some aspects of it, and you get to decide when they use it at certain points now. So, Jake, so Ian,
yep.
Make a note. Psychic power, able to move objects with his mind.
Okay.
So that is something you've now seen this Philip person do. So you can kind of make decisions as part of the story. Like if you need him to do something, he has so many power points that he can spend before he's exhausted, which he starts with 7. And he can do certain things. So you know that, and also
he stops pouring the macaroni.
Also, you know that he is, as a relationship to your group, he seems to be willing to sell the use of his powers for a price to you.
Okay.
How old are you, Philip?
37.
I was gonna offer him a date, but that's illegal.
Yeah.
So, Katy,
Yeah.
you realize that he seems to be like very protective of the group. So he's like bonded to the group. Like he seems to have been keeping an eye on you guys. You even note that he called Jake by name without being introduced to him.
Okay.
So that's his relationship to the group. So you also know that he seems to be able to be in more than one place at a time almost. So he has a psychic power to be able to teleport.
Okay.
And Dylan, you're not there right now, but for you, personality trait for him is he believes he's being pursued by a shadowy organization.
Well, that just works. That checks
That
out.
works perfectly.
Yeah.
And he's a very fidgety individual.
Yep. Yeah. Lucy looks at him and is like, do you know where our friend is, Bill? I tried to call him and he didn't pick up, and I'm super worried after that.
He was home.
Well, he didn't pick up the phone.
We should find him. He's probably in big trouble. Especially if they find him.
Lance, my brother's upstairs asleep.
Yo.
Can you just stay here with the doors locked and just make sure no one comes in? Okay, I'll give you $5 when we get back.
Lucy, you don't gotta pay me, Luce.
I'm gonna pay you because you might think this means I like you, and I want this to be strictly business.
He walks over and elbows Jake, and he's like, likes me. Yeah.
Jake, please.
You have worse listening than I do.
Actually, I go over and dig through my purse and come out with a 10 and go and hand it to Lance. Strictly business.
He winks.
Oh my god.
Worst character.
I'm going to beat him up.
Yeah, just let me know if you need some help.
Yeah. Philip, I have a car. I don't know where he'd be, but we should go. The town's not big. We should just drive around, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Where do you think he'd go if he didn't go home?
She looks at Jake. Jake knows him better than she does. Mom works at the hospital.
Maybe. I mean...
Somebody can make me a brains check if they want to.
I will, because I know mine's better than Jake.
I will not.
So, you can, if you want to, because this is you guys are discussing it, you can do what's called a planned action. So, basically what that means is, so you have time to think about it. So, you can either take basically half the score of the dice that you have, or you can spend your adversity tokens on this check, adding 1 to the roll if you want to after you roll it, or other players can spend theirs to help you for these too. So if you don't roll high enough, you can try to improve it.
I'll roll. I have a D8. Okay, I rolled a 7.
So,
good.
I'll spend a adversity token just
okay. So that'll
because
be,
I'm talking, right?
That'll be 8. I'll spend 2.
Okay.
So 9, 10.
Does this count as protective? Add 3 to rolls when defending one of your friends.
I'd say you're worried about him.
So 13.
So, you think about what would you do to go find him? And Lucy, you suddenly think you could call the hospital to check if he's there.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then. I'll just quickly check.
All right, so you call up the hospital, and you get, "Hello, Southridge Memorial Hospital. Can I help you?"
Hey, it's Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. It's Betty.
Is Dawn? Hey, is Dawn there or Bill?
No, Dawn left at like 6 o'clock or so tonight. She was going grocery shopping.
Okay. Yeah, I'll yeah, thanks for letting me know. And she just hangs up. And yeah, she looks at the rest of the group and is like, I think we need to go to the grocery store.
Get more food. I agree.
They're closed, but okay.
Oh man, then why are we going?
I think that's where Bill might be.
Oh, right. Yes, let's do that.
Stay on track, Jake. Stay on track.
All right. So you guys hop in the rabbit, and Philip climbs in the back seat. He goes to light a cigarette.
Oh my god.
No, that's so bad for my lungs.
Philip, put it out.
Puts the cigarette back in the pack of Pall Malls.
I know this is the 80s, but come on, dude.
Secondhand smoke. Yeah, and Lucy's going like as fast as she can.
All right. So, meanwhile, Bill, you're hiding up on the porch of the radio station. You're looking down, watching this van.
I am.
You see, coming down the street, riding bikes, about 6 people riding under the streetlights. You recognize Bethany and Ralph. You see Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple of teenagers that you're not sure who they are. And they come riding down the street at the same time as you look over and you see, walking up the block with books in hand, the librarian history teacher.
Oh no.
No.
So she is walking, Miss Myrna Goldman. It looks like she closed up the library and maybe stayed a little late to finish some things. And she is walking away. And it looks like this group is riding in that direction.
Okay, can I... Oh, geez. Can I figure out some way to get her attention? See if I can get her, like, over to where I am?
What
out
do
of
you
the
want to
street?
do?
I don't know. Can I do a brains check to see?
Sure. You could also, like, what's some things you might have in your backpack? You brought a flashlight with you?
I have a flashlight. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know. I might have, like, something that could make noise. But I don't really want to make noise. So I want to get her attention, but I don't want to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my flashlight out.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and do like signals.
Sorry, I just
flip it.
You guys know that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick's like, wee woo. I just stopped.
Yes.
I just literally just stopped that.
It's the maniac.
I'm so sorry. I should be the first thought that came to mind.
So I'm gonna try and like send a signal in her direction.
All right. Make me a brains roll here.
Okay. Okay. Can I spend my adversity token on that as well?
You can't spend it on this one only because this is kind of a snap decision. So
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of like, oh shit, this is like
All right. Well, that's a 14.
a 14. All right. So you pull out your flashlight, you look, you see them riding the bikes, you see her from your vantage point, and you think where you are right now, oh shit, they might see me too. And then you kind of look up and you think if you could maybe climb up on the roof, you could get to a point where you could see her, but they wouldn't see you yet. Like you could get out of sight from them.
Okay.
And you might be able to give her like a warning. So do you want to make me I would say a flight to sort of pull yourself up and get up on the roof?
Sure. Yeah.
Or even brawn, like whatever's better for you. Like,
No, flight.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's not awful. 7.
Okay, yeah, so you like kind of climb up on the edge of the porch. You kind of grab on the edge and you sort of almost lose your footing. You get up on the roof. It's a little bit slanted, but you kind of pull yourself to the eave of the roof and you're kind of hanging over the roof with your flashlight. And you kind of now have the roof between you and the bicyclists. they seem to be heading in this direction.
Oh God.
What are you gonna do?
I will flash her something that I think she would know, being a history teacher. Like, some sort of signal, light signal, that she might recognize to
Two
get her
by
attention.
sea, one by land, or whatever.
All right,
Yeah,
roll me
something.
brains for to do like a Morse code.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's a 13.
All right, so you start flickering your light at her, doing your best like Morse code, and being this conspiracy theorist that you are, you definitely are skilled in various forms of communication.
Of course.
So you're practiced at this, and she sort of stops. And what's the message you send to her?
Oh boy. I will say get off street. Or get off road, because that's shorter.
So you see her pause, and then she kind of does one of these and looks left and right, and she kind of runs between the grocery store and the building next to it with her books in hand. Just, one of them kind of falls. She looks back, but she still goes between the buildings.
Okay.
And she disappears into the shadow between the buildings.
All right.
You see the bicyclist ride up into the parking lot below you by the black van.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm still on the roof, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stay on the roof and like hunker down, and I'm going to see what they're up to, or like listen to what they're up to then.
All right. So you hang out on the roof, like you kind of flatten yourself against the roof. They pull up. You hear Brittany complaining about Lucy.
Oh.
She was my friend, and, here I try to make inroads, and, we can be friends again. And Eric's like, shut up. Shut up. Stop complaining. It's fine. We'll get them all at Skateland. They eventually have to come looking for the rest of them anyway. It's fine. He bangs on the van door and kind of looks at it when nobody answers. And he's like, she must be out. She said she'd meet us at Skateland at midnight, though. It's fine. And Ralph's like, yes, don't worry about it. We'll get everybody. The skate competition's the way. Once they're all in the building, we'll just lock the doors. And then you hear an engine, Bill, and a little bit of a backfire of a very familiar car.
Oh no!
Approaching. And you guys driving down the road in the Rabbit see downtown's kind of sparsely, like not a lot of lights on. There's just a little light in the grocery store.
Nice.
Yeah, I just realized we didn't get any weapons or nothing.
Nope.
I got my nunchucks. Jeanette, are we gonna wrap it, you think?
Pretty soon. Do you have to go?
I would like to soon, yes.
Yeah.
I don't got much more in me, so.
Okay. Yeah, we can finish this up pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucy just like comes to a very quick stop in the parking lot, especially if she sees this group of bikes in front of this black van.
Yep, as you're coming up to the grocery store, you do like clear the corner and you see all the bikes and the van and the just they all kind of turn and look toward your headlights as you pull up.
I just look at Jake and I look back at Philip and I'm like,
wait, so we see the group of bikes. Is that the same people that you saw?
yeah, that's them. It's Bethany.
Uh-oh.
Philip's like, I tossed that one on her ass.
Yeah, you think you can keep doing that, Philip?
I mean, how much you willing to pay me?
Fucking Philip.
Okay, Philip, the thing is, we're defenseless teenagers and you're an adult.
That's true.
I'm looking for Bill, too. Do I see Bill?
Bill, what are you doing when the Rabbit pulls up?
Okay, so are they in the radio station parking lot or in the grocery store?
They're like
parking
on the grocery store side. The bikers
Okay.
and bicyclists are on the radio station side.
Okay, I would like to like climb down from the roof
Okay.
as stealthily as possible, and like go over to the alleyway where Miss Goldman was, or went into. See if she's there. If she is, I will like get her, and then go to the car.
Okay, so roll me just a flight to kind of get down the drain pipe on the other side of the building safely.
Okay. Okay, that is a. Can I spend my adversity token on this?
Yeah, because you kind of planned this one out.
Okay, this one's a 10 then.
A 10? Okay, good.
Yep.
So that's just enough. You kind of go over onto the drain pipe. Jake, you're looking around in the car and you see Bill come off the roof of the radio station building, shimmy down the drain pipe, and as soon as he gets to the ground, he bolts across the street between the grocery store and the building next to it.
I pointed out to Lucy. I'm like, "Ooh, let's go over there. We should grab Bill."
Okay. Yeah, she like revs up the car and drives over to Bill.
All right. As you guys pull up, you see the bicyclists coming around the back of the radio station. They're about a block away from where you are.
Coming towards us.
Heading in your
Can
direction.
I speed up really fast and hit it with my car?
Oh, you want to run into them?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
my
So
It's one of the it's one of what I assume is the vampire, right?
it's like the group of them have come around.
Yeah,
the
I
building.
want to hit him with my car.
All right, yeah. So you turn it around and you just rev up the engine. So, Bill, you see the rabbit pull up. Jake, you're probably about to get out of the car to go like say something to Bill, and Lucy pulls this like big U-turn around.
Look.
And
I have rebellious as a strike.
and the car backfires as it does, and then just heads toward the crowd. So, I'm gonna see if they can get out of the way.
Get out the way.
All right, so no.
3.
Bethany jumps out of the way.
Oh!
On,
Damn, Bethany.
but the others don't get out of the way. So you just like slam into them as they're riding towards you on their bikes, and send them flying. Bethany sort of veers off to one side and goes like up against the side of the hardware building.
I slam on the brakes and I put my head out the window. Bill, get in the damn car!
Okay, I look in the alleyway. Is the librarian there?
She is standing there holding her books, looking at you surprised.
Okay, I grab her hand. I say, "We gotta go," and I pull her along with me.
Just roll me a charm real quick.
Oh, okay,
Oh my god.
okay. That was a 6, so
Okay.
it explodes.
Roll it.
I was in 5.
All right, so yeah, so she's like standing there, like uncertain of what the hell is going on, and you just like grab her. What do you say as you grab her hand? She's like, Bill?
We gotta go. You do anything tonight? No? Okay, let's go.
So you bolt for the car and hop in the back seat of the rabbit. Jake's in the front seat, and you see these people that you hit with the car. They are starting to kind of get up, but they're seriously injured. And Bethany is screaming at you like teenage like freak out, like you just hit her boyfriend.
Good. Fuck her. Okay.
What do you do?
As soon as Bill and the librarian's in the car, I'm speeding off.
All right, where do you go?
That's a question.
I know. I'm gonna go to the police station.
Okay.
All right, so you speed.
I'm the level-headed one here.
This is true. You speed to the police station. The lights are on. You can see through the front windows. Officer Jones is sitting at the front desk by the phone.
As soon as I like get in, I probably like double park crookedly into a parking space. I'm just getting out of the car and I'm like, go, get inside right now. I'm just running inside.
Is that the Whoa, you're the guy from the Skateland.
He's good. He's good, Bill. He's good. He's good. I promise. He saved my life. We gotta go.
All right, so you guys get inside the building, and you can hear the radios playing, and it's just playing like this kind of easy listening, maybe Don Henley type like song.
Okay.
And you run inside, and Officer Jones is just sort of like bobbing his head to the music, just kind of. He seems kind of nonchalant as you guys run inside. Doesn't really even acknowledge you coming in. Just bobbing his head to the music.
There are evil. Oh, how do I even explain this? Bill, you're the one who's weird.
So I assume you like explained to me what happened while we were driving here.
Yeah.
Like necrotic bloodsuckers, night dwellers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Vampires.
Yeah, yeah, like Dracula or Nosferatu. You seen that one? I turned to Philip.
Philip's like shrugs his shoulders. He's like, seems like he's into the music, man.
It does, doesn't he?
Hey, it's Officer Jones, right?
Yep.
Officer Jones, you good?
I love this song. It's a good song.
Can I go turn the radio off?
Sure.
Yeah.
You go and turn off the radio, and he's like, "Hey kids, what can I do for you?"
Oh my god.
Oh my god! The fucking DJ! Ah!
Bill grabs his head and he's like,
You all right,
fucking
son?
radio waves, brain control. And he like smacks Lucy. He's like, I told you!
Don't! Leave me alone!
I turn to Bill and I'm like, "You think we got any tinfoil here?"
Where's the cafeteria?
We got a kitchen at the end of the hall, Bill.
Jake runs down there.
He's gonna
What's the
eat.
matter?
Don't forget
Lucy-
about tinfoil. He'll just start eating.
Lucy, you just called like 10 minutes ago about your dad.
No, it was a lot longer ago. Oh my god. We have to go back to the radio station.
Your lord. Okay.
Philip, can you can like teleport, right?
Oh.
He just looks at you and he's like,
Can you take people with you? Or is it just a you thing?
"I've never tried it. There's a first
How about
time
you
for everything."
how about you try with us real quick?
Okay, who am I taking?
Lucy looks at the other. Jake's gone. She looks at Bill.
Like, I mean, I've always wanted to teleport.
Yeah, you should go. Me and Jake will catch up.
I mean,
Good luck.
I could try to take all of you.
I would like you to try to take all of us.
Okay.
I turned to the librarian. How's she handling this?
Actually, when you turn her, like, you notice that, like, she's kind of, like, shaking off the music, too. Like, when she walked in, it kind of affected her, too.
Okay.
And then she's like, she goes and sits down with her books and just kind of waits.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit over with her and ask her if she's all right.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on, Bill.
I mean, you heard Lucy, right? Like vampires.
Oh, yeah, Bill, vampires. Are you? Yeah.
I mean, you read stories.
Yes.
You know what's up.
Jake, do you come back with a tinfoil helmet?
Yeah, I do, and the roll of tinfoil, and a donut.
God damn it.
Officer Jones is like, "Jake, I was saving that."
No, yours is the other one.
Okay.
Okay,
It's not.
guys,
It's not.
guys, get it together. Philip, can you take us all to the radio tower, please?
He holds his hands out.
Everyone hold hands. She's such a mom.
I grab his hand, and I say, "Philip, I'm gonna put you on retainer. For the next week, I'll pay you $50 for the whole week."
Jake, you don't have $50.
Shh, he doesn't know that.
So he looks at you all and he like concentrates, and for a second it's like a vacuum space, like it's all black,
Oh my god.
and then you guys appear in like this room with chairs. There's a glass window, there's like microphones and equipment on the other side, and You look over at Philip, and his nose is bleeding a little bit.
Okay, Philip, you sit down and take a break. I'm going to try to take a chair and break it so I can get a fucking steak. Because that's all I know about vampires.
All right, yeah. And you notice, like, on the other side of the window, there is a person sitting with their back to you. Like, with the headphones on, like, looks like they're working the equipment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to make a steak real quick.
All right, make me just roll me a brawn just to smash the chair.
Yeah. D12. That's a 12.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 12, so that's a 13.
All right, so you grab one of these like lobby chairs and
And a
you
5,
just
18.
swing it into the wall and break the legs off of it. So all the legs fall down. There's like 3 sharp pieces of wood now.
Grab
Right.
one.
Bill grabs one.
I grab one, and I got my nunchucks in the other hand.
You look back at the window and you realize that because of the nature of this, the window must be soundproof for the radio station. So it doesn't appear that whoever that is heard you.
Are they
Yeah.
playing the same music? Do we know?
You can hear it pumping over the speakers, and it's definitely a Don Henley tune.
She pushes Jake forward. It's like, go.
I go up to the door and I go inside to the recording studio.
All right, so you walk underneath the sign that says on air, and it's lit. And the chair pivots around, and you see Clay sitting in the chair. The DJ from the...
That's what I
It's like,
expect.
Clay, you gotta
The
turn
one
that
with-
off.
With the ear. God damn it.
And he's like, you're not supposed to be in here.
No, but you're this mind control radio. Bill could probably
true.
explain it better, but you gotta turn that off.
No, I don't have to turn it off. It's
No,
supposed to be
you-
on.
I start get. What did he say?
It's supposed to be on. It's
No,
all
I start get-
part of the plan.
Whose plan?
Her plan.
Who's her? She name?
Oh, no, you don't get
Clay,
that.
you're a chill guy, but you're starting to make me a little angry here. Let's turn this off.
Lucy steps out behind Jake with the steak. I haven't slept all night. I have homework to do. I have to work tomorrow. I will kill you, Clay.
I don't think you'll kill me. And you see his teeth grow long.
No.
And he
Oh man,
smiles.
I try to stab him.
Yeah,
All right.
I do
Try to
too.
stab him.
This is double stab time.
All right, so we'll start Jake. So you need to roll me a fight with your stabby stab.
Okay. I got a 10.
All right, so you stab at.
Oh, an
Clay.
11. An 11.
All right, he is going to attempt to get out of the way as you stab. And he gets a 19. So you
Oh my
stab,
god.
and he like grabs your arm and moves you across the room. You kind of slam into the radio equipment, and it sort of a little bit, and then he's like, "Don't mess with the music, dude." And then he spins around as Lucy. You swing. Make a fight check.
Can I? So I want to. Since Jake is stabbing him, I want to stab at the soundboard.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So it'll be fight still, but yeah,
Yep.
I want to. I rolled a 6, so 7.
All right, so yeah,
Mhm.
he.
That's my top. Can I explode it?
Oh yeah.
I rolled another 6, so 12, so 13.
Okay, so you
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18
Holy
total.
Oh my
crap.
goodness.
Yeah. So you've got your wooden stake. You see Jake go for Clay,
Soundboard.
and you go for the board, and you just like slam it down right in the middle of the control panel, and it starts to spark and light up, and the music kind of starts to warble, and he's like, "That's not cool, man. That screws with the tunes." What else, you
Mish-
guys? He'll lunge at Jake, and he attempts to like just grab you and throw you like at the soundproof wall. So he grabs onto you.
Definitely fall into a fighting stance that
So
I have
you
mastered.
can use flight or brawn, whatever you like. If you're gonna dodge, it's flight. If you want to try to stop the attack, it's brawn.
I'm definitely gonna like try to like get behind him and like grapple him, I think, or something.
Okay, so this is just first you to dodge.
Okay, so should I flight or?
So
I would-
first do flight because you're gonna try to
Okay.
get past him to get around him.
All right, so I think that's not as good, but we'll see. A 2.
All right, so he grabs you, he picks you up, and he throws you against the panel. So you like hit it, and you like and hit the floor. You get the wind knocked out of you. You're a little bit dazed, but you're able to jump back to your feet. What's Bill doing? Do you want Philip to be doing anything in this moment? His nose is bleeding a little, but he kind of is like moved into the open doorway. He's like, "Hey, leave those kids alone."
If he can do the thing he did with Bethany.
Yeah, I would like him to maybe like grab Clay by the throat or something.
Okay. So, who wants to roll me a d20 for him to go after Clay?
I'll do it. Okay, that was a 16.
16. So, yeah, he lumbers forward and grabs Clay by the throat. And Clay's like, and you see his teeth now. They're super duper long in his mouth.
Okay, Bill will go up and try to stab Clay in the heart.
Oh, boy. Do it.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay, with my bonus for being a teenager, that is a 4.
Yeah, so you stab at him, and he sort of like pushes off of Philip, and you actually get Philip in the side with the stake. It's not like, it's just a flesh wound, but Philip groans a little bit, and he's like, work on the aim.
Lucy is going to she's going to attempt to fight. Yeah, hit Clay in the chest with the heart. Yeah.
So,
and I think he's going to do it specifically to like protect, because I'm gonna use my protective to help Bill, because Clay's probably coming toward Bill now.
Probably.
I rolled a 5, 6. So a 7. I'm going to use my last adversity token.
all right, so you stab
8.
him, and you bury this piece of the chair in his chest, and he looks down. He's like, "That's so uncool, dude," and he like turns to dust.
Oh.
Oh.
Holy shit, Lucy. That was kind of hot.
No, please don't.
Okay, sorry.
I have to go home and make sure my brother's okay. And maybe like smoke a joint or something. This is crazy.
Philip holds up the pack of Pall Malls for you.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
He takes one and lights it.
Okay. I have to find my dad.
I have to find both my parents.
Wait, your guys' parents are missing too?
Yeah.
Mine said they were going out, and it was super vague, and they never came home. Oh, shit.
That's why I was out here.
Just fucking realizing it.
Holy shit.
So Philip says, we left the car back at the police station.
Oh god, that's a long walk.
I mean, I got my skates.
It's not gonna help everybody.
That's not gonna help everybody, but I mean.
Okay. Yeah, we might as well just start walking, guys.
All right, so you guys leave the radio station, and you start walking back toward the police station.
Yeah.
You see, coming from the other direction, like a bunch of car lights, headlights, and stuff like that. And you see, like, as they go by, you see, like, adults kind of driving past. And at one point, you guys, like, you see your parents' cars kind of heading toward the houses. Somebody can make me a brains check.
Do we think they're coming home because music's off?
That's a 9 for me.
Yeah, so first thing you think is, that we stopped the music and they're okay. And they all seem to be coming from the direction of the skating rink.
Of course.
I want to flag one down.
You flag down a car. It's actually Jake's parents.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Your dad looks at you and he's like, Jake? It's a little late for you to be out with your friends, son.
Where have you been?
Well, we were supposed to be out for dinner, but I think we got sidetracked and went roller skating. A late night adult only skate, I guess it was.
Okay. Was there anyone there? Who was orchestrating this?
Who was orchestrating this?
Bill steps in. He says, "Ma'am, I work there, and I can assure you that the only person there at night is Miss Farley."
What if it was the lady that Clay was talking about? Oh no! Do you think Miss Farley?
A vampire.
Oh my god!
And as you say that, you see a group of bats fly past. Like
I throw my steak at them.
Roll a fight check.
Jilla just died.
I got a 14.
All right. So the steak hits one of the bats and it poofs to dust. The others keep flying away and disappear through, like, into the moonlight.
Oh
Man.
my god.
Holy shit!
I get my steak. I'm keeping this.
Your mom's like, Jake, that's not very nice, honey. I mean, I know bats are creepy and all that, but you shouldn't be throwing things at them.
Mom?
Mr. and Mrs.
It's
Smith,
a vampire. Did you see it turn to dust? It is not a normal bat.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, can you just give me a ride home?
Yeah, why don't you kids get in the car? We'll take you home.
Thank you.
And
Wait, do you want to go to the police station to get your car?
No, I'll get it tomorrow.
And you see, as you look around, Philip is kind of ducked into, like, the tree line. You see the puff of his, like, cigarette. And then he's gone.
He's got a problem.
Oh, he's gonna have lung cancer next year.
And so Jake's parents will drive you home. You all riding in the back seat. You hear Jake's dad lean over to his mom and say, "Jake may be spending a little too much time with Bill. What's with the tinfoil hat?"
Dad, we're in the car. And no, I need to spend more time with Bill because apparently he's the only one that's got his head on straight in this town.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not hanging out with either of you ever again.
Oh wow! All right.
Rude.
And as you guys get dropped off at your respective houses and the bats fly off into the night, you think for the moment you have protected your little town and your friends.
We've solved your bat puzzle.
The only question is, who is she? And who will win the skating competition on Saturday?
It's Miss Farley.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I think we'll call it there.
Okay.
Because it's just weird.
That was so good, Jeanette.
That was
so
really
weird.
good. Holy crap!
Oh
Oh my
I
god!
love that a lot. So
gosh.
good.
Something else, that's for sure.
Yeah, I loved it though. How cute.
Oh, so all right. So we'll end it. We'll do that for now, and I guess we'll do like closing out. So, Ian, you want to say anything?
No, I mean, I don't think so. You can check me out on my Twitter that I don't use. So.
And he also plays in our regular
game.
Uncanny Adventures game that we're slowly bringing that one to a close.
Yep.
So, Katy.
I'm Katy. You can follow me on Twitter. I am on the internet a lot, and I post it on Twitter, so follow me to see where I am.
And
I
Dylan.
play a shit ton of games.
Oh, yeah, you do.
She does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot of games.
Mhm.
This coming week is my game week, so I'll be on everything like every day.
It's good news.
I'm Dylan. You can find me on Twitter at KKRP2. This Tuesday on this channel, we're going to be doing Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'll be in
Prince
that.
Evolution stuff.
Excited.
Thursday on Twitch TV, twitch.tv, I always forget the .tv/the Greyhawk channel. I will be on Secrets of Castle Greyhawk playing a dwarf cleric. We are doing Gary Gygax's original Castle Greyhawk dungeon for D&D. It's fun. Saturday on twitch.tv/PowerScore RPG, we're going to be doing more of our D&D game, Tomb Annihilation type stuff.
Spell
So
Squad.
that also Spell Squad, exactly. Hashtag Spell Squad.
It should be a thing.
But that's where you're gonna find me this week if you're interested in that.
And you'll find me playing Keeper on Tuesday for a couple of these guys, and our friend Scott in our Call of Cthulhu game set in the French Revolution.
I'm gonna just sing Les Mis the whole time.
Oh, I love it. I'll help. I know the whole
I'll sing with
soundtrack.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. That's what we're gonna do the whole time.
Yep. And then
Can you hear the people sing?
The Song of Angry Men, yes. And then on Saturday, I'll also be playing with Dylan and Katy, probably, if she's not busy with all her games, in Power Score's game. And then probably 2 weeks from now, we'll pick up our Ravens Hill adventure and see where that's going to end up. So, and I think that's everything. And Ian's tired and needs to go to bed, so we're going to let him do that.
I need dinner. I am much like Jake. I need food.
You know,
That's what I'm gonna go do.
Eating dinner in
Same.
character the whole time. You should have just been eating.
Scarfing the whole time.
I got some chicken cooking, so.
Okay, he's a good cook, guys. Too bad he lives so far away. All right, so so we will see everybody here on Tuesday for our game and everywhere else on the internet. And thanks for watching, and thanks for watching on YouTube later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.